was able to survive this by just a matter of inches here, Chris.
What we do know is that one person did die. 2 others were critically injured. The names have not been released yet. Their families are being notified. We also got word that Representative Ronnie Jackson, a Republican congressman from Texas, has put out a statement saying, "My nephew was injured at the Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. He was not one of those who was critically injured." He says, "Thankfully, his injury was not serious. He is doing well. My family was sitting in the front near where the president was speaking. They heard shots ringing out. My nephew then realized he had blood on his neck and something had grazed and cut his neck. He was treated by the providers in the medical tent. Thanks to all who have reached out to check on him. The president and the survivors are lucky to be alive."
Hey, Brianna.
Making your point there, Ryan Riley, and there will be, right, sort of 2 paths that this investigation will take, and I'm talking just about the FBI, the Secret Service, and other law enforcement. Put aside Congress and the calls there for an investigation, but in terms of law enforcement, simultaneously, they'll be looking at, first of all, who this guy was, what was his motive, all the information that they can possibly gather on this 20-year-old, but also the actions of the Secret Service and how this happened, right?
Yeah, and one thing that just really comes to mind covering the FBI a lot and what a lot of the political attacks have been is that we're in a scenario where you have had you've had Donald Trump attack the FBI a lot, and you've had a lot of Republicans call for even defunding the FBI, and there's not a lot of trust in the FBI on the Republican side, and that's just a huge shift from just a few years ago. If you went back to before 2016, the notion that Democrats would have more trust in the FBI than Republicans would seem sort of out of left field. That wouldn't seem like something's believable, but that's the scenario that we're in. There's not a lot of trust in the FBI on the right wing side of the aisle. So that's where we sort of stand today. I put out the statement from the FBI about how they were now the lead agency, and you just see all of this rhetoric coming in. Oh, here's where the cover up begins. So I think, transparency is probably going to be the FBI's friend in this scenario, and putting out information as quickly as they can and not withholding information when there's no reason to. But there is a big question about how exactly what that logistically is going to look like. As we sort of discussed before, how are they going to put this out? What form is this investigation going to come out in? Because there isn't going to be a trial here. That's not something that is really a consideration on the table. And typically the FBI is focused on making cases.
Give me a second. Yeah, I'm going to turn this off.
Assistant U.S. attorneys and what they can lay out within court and what evidence they can bring forward. And that's not what this is going to be about. This is going to be more about.
I tagged you in mute. Okay, no, but I'm about to turn this off.
Information to the public about what exactly happened here, because obviously this is, going to be a marker in American history, and just with what's happened in the past couple of years, including the January 6th attack, this is a really remarkable few years in American history, Chris.
Without a doubt. Well, joining me now is NBC News reporter Jesse Kirsch, who is outside Mar-a-Lago, and on any given day, that is where the president might be, where many members of his family and his staff might be. But as we know now, there was a rally today in Butler, Pennsylvania, and then beginning on Monday, the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. But what can you tell us?
Oh, they're going to my city tomorrow.
Yeah, all quiet out here right now, Chris.
Look at that.
Our team has been on scene for about 7 hours now, and throughout that entire time, we have not seen a single caravan or convoy of vehicles come or go that would suggest either the former president or a member of his immediate family were being caravanned to or from Mar-a-Lago. You mentioned this is the home of the former president. This is also where his wife, Melania Trump, considers home. This is also where his youngest child, his son, Aaron Trump, considers home. We do not know the whereabouts of those members of his immediate family tonight. We do know that the former First Lady had been expected. I say had been because this is all, of course, from before this attempted assassination on the former president. She was expected to be at the RNC, the Republican National.
Okay. Let me find you guys. Yeah, this was heavy. It really has me bothered. I don't know if my sound is okay. today was a tough day. I think that number one, regardless if you're Republican or Democrat, something like this happening, an attack on our former president by one of our own. I'm gonna tell you the truth. So they say the shooter is Republican. I don't believe it. I think that it's a Democrat pretending to be Republican so they can blame the Republican Party. And I feel all kind of ways about it. Followers says just watching the news. This was heavy. And you know what really bothered me after he was shot in the ear is how he came and he was still trying to he raised his fist and stuff like that. I believe that Donald Trump really loves this country. Well, I don't want to persuade you guys either way, but I do feel, hey, cutting edge. I can't even speak right now because this is what's happening to our country and our democracy, like to the point where, okay, a 20-year-old lost his life. I don't care because of what he did. He doesn't belong in this country anyway. But we have to be able to speak and to be able to express our values, and nobody should lose their life over it. I have so many thoughts, and I don't even tell you guys my political beliefs that much, but this is horrible. It's absolutely horrible. No, well, I'm going to look at your community post right now.
Convention in Milwaukee this upcoming week, so we don't know if she was here, if she was already in transit, if she was at that rally with the former president. So we don't have those details, but I can tell you that we haven't seen anything to suggest that they were coming or going from here with a Secret Service caravan, no demonstrable convoys with lights flashing, etc., which we often see when there are movements of the first family or the former first family. I can also tell you we've seen at various times throughout the evening several supporters out here, upwards of a dozen at times, people holding flags, Trump campaign flags, American flags.
Followers said, we saw this coming, emotions are running high. But this cutting edge to this extent? Really?
For the former president. I can also tell you that we have not seen anything that appears to be a demonstrable increase in the physical, security presence out here.
The hell does demonstrable mean?
Juliet, who has spent time here before and also spent time in
the
community out here, says she has not seen anything that sticks out from a normal time period here at Mar-a-Lago and Palm Beach. So by all accounts, the security presence visibly should stress that, because we don't know what's going on inside those gates behind us here, but visibly from the outside, there doesn't appear to be anything that is increased security-wise throughout the night.
Right.
We have seen police vehicles out here, and at one point we did have someone from the Secret Service coming out here as well. So we know there are multiple agencies on the ground, which is of course to be expected at a main residence for a former president.
Okay, wait, how do I find you guys? Wait, where are you guys? Can y'all see me? I haven't done this sharing shit in so long. Where did y'all go? Can you guys see me? Wait a minute. Oh, there you go. Such a dork. I am so emotional right now, and I don't think I can't express myself. I can't even express myself right now. And I'm not saying, number one, this is a human being that's at a rally. As soon as he gets his words out, the shooter comes. So not only were people at the rally endangered, and some of those people were at their first rally. Oh, thank you, Lawanda. But this just shouldn't happen. And I would say that even if it was Obama speaking, I would say the same thing. I think that this is horrible. There's been a turning point in this country, and I'm not gonna lie. Even as far back as Capitol Hill, that should never have happened. And what are other countries thinking about the United States? How would this affect our security? There's a lot of things at hand. So while I'm watching all this other stuff on YouTube, I can't, because there's so many real things that's going on in our lives. We got Project 2025. That's that will affect every aspect of of our lives as we know it. It's not these things I don't want to fall asleep on. So whether people vote or not, I just find these things really important, you guys. It's just important to be involved. If we're not involved, we really can't blame anybody but ourselves for the things that's happening. All right. Hey, followers will follow. This is terrible. It is terrible. It is absolutely. LaRonda says we all witnessed and miracle that Trump is still alive. That is a miracle, Rwanda, and I have to say this. I would have been so shaken. And when he gave that little fist pump, you know, that's my emoji anyway. I love that. I was really proud of him because he is a former president, and these things are a threat to democracy. And it's not good. A house divided cannot stand, and that's just how it is. I do so much more. I do so much better in my uploads because I don't have to speak in them. But when I tell you that I'm feeling a lot, I'm emotionally spent. I am already nervous about this election. I have absolutely no one to talk to about it because my family is primarily Democrat. And now, talking to my mom really didn't understand. My mom did say that this shouldn't happen, that she doesn't like that people have so little regard for another person's life. But as far as me being able to talk to anybody about it, I don't have anybody to talk to about it because a lot of people, I just don't. Hi, Digital. But when I was asking you guys if you were familiar, if you look at my community wall, if you're familiar with Project 2025, I was thinking of maybe doing an early live stream and breaking it down. I don't know if you guys would like that or not. Now, some of you are asking, what about my sobriety commentary and stuff like that? I got you. But for me, you have to understand that it was one thing to go through all of that stuff and to get sober and to be in recovery. And it's another just to live it. And if I tell you that these things don't bother me as far as like, how am I making money, my finances, politics, and all those things, those are the things that I'm into. And I'm able to share that with you now, where before I really couldn't share that with you. I could tell you that I have to keep my emotions in check. So because this was a very emotional day for me, tomorrow I have to go somewhere, drive, relax, and get my Agenda 47. Look it up. You telling me, Luana, to look it up? Do I need to look up Agenda 47? I can look it up right now if you're talking to me. But I'm trying to keep myself in check, you guys. And when I come on, I know I don't go live as often. There's a reason for that. And if you guys want to know, just hit me up. But I want to make sure that when I come on, I have something to offer you guys. I'm not going to be involved in a mess. As a matter of fact, speaking of mess, I was in somebody's chat the other day, right? You want to know how pitiful it is? People that I don't even speak to, people that I have blocked, always trying to get my attention. They think they know about my living situation, my child's father. You know how deranged our people are starting to be? Because it's not normal to be so invested in somebody's life. If I don't deal with somebody, I block them. Simple. You're blocked. So to constantly try to get my attention because you think I care about your opinions of me, I don't give a damn about your opinions of me because you know what? I'm talking to the people. I rock with you. You rock with me. That's it. And you really have to know that there's some people that want to distract you and get you off course. I'm not talking about garbage over, well, you know, we have our days, but I just found it interesting. Do I go back to those chats? Nope. It takes me a while because I don't want to have to bang in you guys' chat. You're not better than me. The only difference is I choose to, and I'm not better than you. We're all the same as far as we're all people. And I clearly am living a good life. It doesn't matter. Some person who stays in an apartment, regardless of what, talked about where I live. I love where I live. I live here. I love it. And if I told you the value of the property, none of that stuff matters. It's so superficial. But it's always people that have a lot less than you that want to put you down. You hear me? It's always people that look worse than you, that's miserable, and they're fronting online because happy people don't go around putting people down all day. I'll tell you that much. I have no problem sharing with you guys my ups and downs because I'm very secure with myself. Every day is not rosy. And you don't go by your feelings. Are y'all hearing me okay? Let me drop a link for y'all. This is a very open chat. I'm just checking in. I did title this Donald Trump Sad News because I'm sad about this. And I wanted to be able to go back in this live stream and find where I was talking about Donald Trump because that's what I'm feeling. Every day is not rosy. And what you have are people at big ages. We're not talking about people in their 20s and 30s for the most part. We're talking about people 40 and up that want to constantly compare themselves to me. Do you guys realize that since 2019, this shit has been going on for so long with some people and they can't move on? But that's not my problem. My problem, I cannot be in control of how other people feel about me. You can't be in control over other people not liking you. And if you're somebody that's constantly put down by other people, it's because they see something in you. And you just have to know that. Don't diminish your light. Don't shrink so other people can feel better about themselves. I simply don't. Y'all don't see me in all these chats anymore. I can count on 3 fingers what chats I go to because I'm not banging in these people's chat. You go where you are. If I enjoy the content creator, great. But I have my space right here. I'm cooling. But what I'm not going to do is play people's delusional game. Oh, let's get misunderstood attention. The people that constantly try to get my attention in other chats are people that I have cut off contact with. You hear me? I don't take their phone calls. I cut them off and they threw a fit. And for 3 years, they created these troll accounts to follow misunderstood around. And because some of y'all understand what I'm saying. And because some people think that's normal and think, oh, it's just misunderstood. Let me tell you something. It's normal for a grown woman to say she wants to stalk me. That's bizarre. You can't make a name off of yourself, so you want to follow another woman around. I'm still going to live my life, and I don't think about these people. But what I'm telling you is that there's a lot of mental illness in these spaces. There's a lot of depression. There's a lot of addiction. And the only difference between me and these people is that I tell you guys about it. That's it. Now, I did do something about it. I did. And my life has greatly improved. But it took a lot of work. And I'm not trying to preach to you guys, but I'm trying to tell you that I'll be down if I let these nobodies online try to put me down, and I'm not going to be in spaces where I have to hear it, because if I have you blocked and you highlight these comments so I can see it to try to get me to respond, I'm going to protect my peace. Thank you guys for the 17,000 subscribers. You guys have been rocking with me. I appreciate you. I see that you like my videos. And if you don't like them, then y'all curse me out in the comment section. And that's okay too, because it's all about a conversation. And I am so excited to create new commentary for you guys. I'm so excited to share a part of my life and share the ups and the downs. And right now is a down. I feel down about what happened in this country. And I see why people don't like politics, but just because you don't like it, it doesn't mean it's not going to affect your life. So I'd rather be involved in the process. And watching Trump's ear get blown off his head bothered me. It did. But I have compassion for anybody. I could have been watching anybody on that screen, let alone a former president, and that would have affected me in a very not good way. All right? It is. How you doing, digital fanboy? So I come on here and I share a part of my life, and I think that some people take that as a weakness. And no, I'm giving back. I think that when you have gone through something and I don't think that I know this, when you have overcome something, right? I almost feel like you have a duty to talk to other people about it. It doesn't mean that's all I'm going to talk to you guys about, but throughout my commentary, I will mix it in, because there's some people out there that's still suffering. And the only way that I can make sense out of everything I went through, out of the years of addiction, is to tell somebody else about it. As it takes away a lot of the shame, and it helps to destigmatize something that's a very big problem globally. And I did it without 12 steps. Some people only believe in 12 steps, but I got sober without the 12-step program. It didn't work for me. It works for a lot of people. But for me, it's staying busy and staying very involved and connected with other people and holding myself accountable. And that's one of the reasons that's why I'll still come live and give you guys this kind of commentary. The depression, the hardest parts of my day are the mornings. And I realize that the mornings are hard for a lot of people, because when you're asleep, you're relaxed, you know, your brain, you go into, what is that? REM, y'all know what I'm talking about? Oh, my brain is stuck on Trump. I think it's REM mode. Now, y'all know what I'm trying to say. You go into a deep sleep. When you go into your deepest sleep, right? And you wake up, for a lot of people, it's hard to start the day, and it's a really scary time. And all I can say is start the day anyway. Get out of bed, make your bed, do what you got to do, and face the day. And it starts to get better. And it's not REM sleep. LaRonda, you were feeling me. It gets better. And I refuse to live my life online. I'll make a video But some people are online all day in everybody else's business, and it creates imposter syndrome. It creates anxiety. They feel good when they're online, but once they log off, their lives are miserable. And that's why they're online cursing y'all out all day, because they're not really happy in their real lives. Okay? Because it's just not normal. People that are happy and successful surround themselves with other happy and successful people. And people that are miserable will flock together and make it seem like there's something wrong with your life. The people that are so angry and misunderstood, y'all know when I go into these chats, I speak to the host. And when these other people come with, oh, she did this, oh, ask her about her baby father. Why y'all ask me about anybody in my personal life if I didn't offer that kind of information? I'm not asking you guys about your lives, but simply all I do is I come back to my community, log off, and I don't go back to those streams. Because I don't need that kind of drama in my life. I'm worried about my health, my skin, my gut health, my keeping my stress levels down so I can live a long time to be with my children. Okay. Now, this talking about kids, I thought the sectors were done talking about kids and dragging kids. That's how you know that there's a lot of mental illness around, because it's not normal to come after a defenseless person as a child. And I got to tell you, that the best thing I could have done was to get sober for my babies. My life truly began when my life on YouTube ended. All right, no, well, let me talk about that. And actually, let me pin a link in case y'all want to talk. What's up, S. Hutchison? We just got through watching some Trump news. I wasn't even going to come live, but you know how I get, Shelly, when I don't come live for a while, it's hard for me to come live. So I needed to just fire up a live stream. I miss you guys, but these tears are for Trump. You know, let me pin a link if y'all want to come up and chat with me. I'm going to look at Noble's community wall. Now, this dragging the kids, you guys. And we're just chatting. Y'all can throw anything at me. We're just talking. I already did my commentary about Donald Trump. So now the chat's open. I think that it's bizarre. I cannot understand why we're not going to be here forever. Some people might think they will be, and they won't. Some people are living as if they're 20 and 19 and 18 years old. Shelly, you know that was sad that happened at the rally. Did you not see it? Do you want me to play it for you again? Some people are living like that and don't realize that they've lived more yesterdays than they will tomorrows. And these kids haven't done anything to them. I can understand. Now, if you haven't had kids, you can't. I don't want to hear your comments about how another person raised kids. I don't give a damn. You don't have kids, okay? No thanks? Are you sure? I don't mind. I have it set up already. If you want to see his ear, if you want to see the blood coming down his face. Did you guys know that I can't monetize those channels? I did a live stream, a video about Trump. I couldn't monetize it. Why? I missed you guys, though. I did. Just got a membership in Shelly's chat. You guys check her out. Check out her stream. Okay, what was I talking about? What was I talking about before I said all that? Oh, the kids. Thank you, Mulatto. Thank you. Aw. Dead in size, but talking about kids. Okay, as Hutchison, I thought that you guys were in your sector were done talking about kids. I think that I just don't understand how that's ever going to become normal. If a person does not have kids, then you can't tell me about how another person raised their kids. Now, I have to let you guys know I have conservative values, and I am a pro-lifer, period. I am. But I feel that if a mom has a baby and she can't take care of her baby and she gives that baby away to a respectable family, a family member, a brother, whatever, sister, that person is still a good mom because they did what was best for that child. And that's what a mom's job is to do what's best. The best thing, in my opinion, is to be with the mom. The next best thing, if that mom is not capable, is to put that child with somebody else. And that doesn't make you a bad mom, in my opinion. Okay? Aw, thank you. Congratulations on your girl, 17K subscribers and growing. Thank you. and growing. Yeah, you guys, I've been doing my thing. Let me check out Noble's community ball. Noble has a boo. Noble has a boo, and I think he posted a picture. But how do I get to his? Is Noble still in the chat? I don't know. Let me check. I am Noble. Said he was on his community. Shirley says, "Why not show them in English?" Oh, she's pretty. Oh, he did tag me. This is Noble's girl. Can y'all see it? Everybody's booed up now. Aww. But yeah, you guys, I've just been doing my thing, minding my business, staying in my corner of the world. And I don't know. I try to, I'm really, really in this space where I'm just very protective over my energy and over my space. And I'm not willing to share that with a lot of people. If you guys are on the phone with me, it's because I value you. But the rest of the people, I mean, I just can't, because there was a time when people were attacking my family, trying to get my kids taken out of the house. Those people are not welcome in my space at all. And in the beginning, and it's all because I was choosing to share how I overcame addiction, right? All because I didn't do whatever they said. And so I am not willing to put myself in those kind of situations anymore, because I love my family, right? What else is going on with you guys? Congratulations on your success and your beautiful family. Thank you, Mulatto. Thank you. So it's pretty much, you know, it. I haven't been around, but I have, you know, I have school and I have work, and I'm trying my best to do this time management thing where I'm balancing both. And it's not easy. It's just not. It should be easier, but it's not. It's a challenge, because I've lived so long just doing whatever the hell I wanted and not having any real structure besides going to dance and Pilates and stuff like that. So and that's pretty much all. It's pretty much it, you guys. That's pretty much it. I'm just trying to make it another day. And again, when I struggle in the mornings, if it helps somebody, if you have trouble with anxiety, thoughts of just intrusive thoughts, I don't know if I'm making sense to y'all, because my mind is on this Trump thing. But if you have trouble with things, you just have to make yourself get up and do it and push through it. Life is too precious, and if you keep spending all of your time looking at the past, you're going to miss what's happening in your life right now. And as I'm dealing with people, I keep all these things in perspective. When I'm talking to a person, I think about how they make me feel. And if they don't make me feel like a person, they make me feel like I have to always justify what I'm doing or second guess myself. Those people are not allowed in my space. And when you learn to stand by yourself, you don't need friends. Now, when I say I don't need friends, I have friends. I have beautiful friendships with people. And our friendship is mostly offline. They don't try to make me commentary. They don't come here and try to say, oh, misunderstood this and that. No, I am developing some friends, right? And that's great. But what I'm telling you is that you don't need friends. You need to have a relationship with yourself. I have a relationship with God now. That has changed a lot, because I didn't have that before. But hey, Latina, I don't know if y'all understand where I'm coming from, because I want to get. I'm so emotional today, and I can't get through my commentary because I'm not used to these emotions. But and y'all don't want to hear about Trump, so I will tell you this: when you see me in these chats, I don't mind banging with the best of them. But if I have a person blocked, it crosses my boundaries to ask me to have a conversation with them. And to ask me, just because you highlight some raggedy arse comment does not mean, no, they're stuck in their world. I have moved on and I have a beautiful life. I have a lot of blessings and a lot of things to be thankful for. You have to close off your circles. I understand why a lot of people react and respond the way that they do, because when you trust somebody and they betray that trust, you want to respond. I have spent so much time on this line, and people have tried to tear down my support system, get my kids taken away, talk about just do whatever they could, and I'm still standing. And I know that makes people sad. But you can't touch somebody that God has protected. You can't do anything to me. They can't do anything to you that God doesn't allow them to do. All right. And if you don't believe in God, I don't know how to, it is what it is. But stay strong and don't give up your sanity for these people. They're not worth it. They're not. And that's just how it is. I love the fact that the only person to validate me is myself. And as long, everybody has a poison. You pick your poison. Not all addictions are bad, you guys. Some people are addicted to working out and stuff like that. That's not what I'm talking about. But for me, once I got rid of that thing that was tearing up my life, the one thing that could get my kids taken away from me forever, I don't have any other chances with my health. If I pick up again, I will more than likely die. If y'all ever want me to do a stream about all the health stuff I never talked to you guys about, let me know. I'll talk to you guys about it. Methamphetamines is a nasty drug. I'm not ashamed to say that, because people can say whatever they want. I came out looking fine. My health is fine, but I still have health issues. And what's my point of saying that? So I still have health issues, but there's consequences to things. Things are a lot better. But I am very gentle with myself now. I mean, when you get rid of that thing that's causing your life to not be where you want it to be, everything changes. You want to take better care of yourself. You're more protective over who you allow around me. And I knew that a lot of people would take advantage of me. But at that time, I couldn't stay sober long enough to deal with it. So these people that's mad at MU are mad because I cut them off. Period. The level of anger that these people have for me is abnormal, and they bank on other people to say that it's okay, because they try to say, oh, she's a junkie, she's worthless, try to tell you guys that I deserve their treatment, but I will curse you the F out and I will leave your space, because I don't deserve anything. That you don't have a right to come into my life to cause me disruption or not have peace. My children, I only have to answer to my kids. That's it. I pay my own bills. I take care of myself. And all people can say is what I used to do, instead of talking about who I am now. And I am a beautiful person today. And you have to tell yourself that too. When you have people constantly putting you down and criticizing you, why does another adult need to be questioned by another grown-up? Why are people so addicted to this YouTube, social media stuff that they feel they need validation from all these people? You cannot tell me who to be friends with. You cannot tell me who to rock with. If you rock with me, I rock with you, period. I'm loyal to all but exclusive to none. And I hope that you guys understand what I'm saying. I feel that a lot of people at these big ages, I've seen the 60, how old is this lady? I'm not going to say her name. She's got to be 65, 70 years old, banging with 20-year-olds, right? Because they get a fix from YouTube. YouTube has replaced bingo. And they feel young again. They feel vibrant. They feel all of these things instead of embracing their big age. And I know for a fact this lady has dementia. I was on the phone with this lady. She has dementia. There's nothing wrong with it. But then I hear her coming after a person on a platform. I almost said the damn name. And I'm like, she's not healthy. How you doing, 504 girl? She's not healthy. Instead of taking care of her health, she wants to bang on YouTube. Why? Because it feels good. And people don't realize that when something spikes your dopamine levels and when you feel high, you get addicted to that. And when you're feeling down, and if you're feeling good because you can jump on a platform and feel like everything is okay and pretend that your life is together, you're going to feel that high from social media and from the internet. That's what we see. It's no different than any other addiction except that it's legal. But it does cause problems because their life falls apart. Their health is falling apart. Some people, I've never seen so many, and I'm not putting people down, but you ever think about the amount of people that surround you on this app that don't have teeth because they didn't take care of their dental hygiene, but they're quick to curse you out, gummy and all? YouTube is the newest drug, right? It's not a drug like meth. I'm not saying that. And I'm not trying to piss you guys off with my commentary. I am trying to say that there's a lot of things. Hey, Streets of Scotland, it's good seeing you. Hey, 504. I am trying to say that there's a lot of things, and that's just abnormal, and it screams mental illness. And if we take care of our mental health, I don't want y'all to think I'm picking on you guys. I'm not. I'm just calling some stuff out, and I'm trying to tell you that these granny bangers out here, it's not normal. It's not normal, you know, and it's not normal to attack kids at people 30, 40-year-old, 50-year-old big asses. It's not normal. I listened to this other lady, another great grandmother, telling another woman she gonna take her man, and I'm like, y'all listening to this garbage commentary? I guess if y'all had nothing better to do, I choose different. Y'all know y'all see him. But what else is going on? How you guys doing? Okay, so we have this Vegas trip that's coming up in the sector. People keep asking me if I'm going to Vegas. That's interesting. Your backdrop is pretty dope. Thank you. I love my little space. I would love to take you guys around it. My favorite part of my space is the outside, but I do plan on moving again because as much as I love my space, I'm used to a house, and I like this condo though. The condo's cool. It's like a townhome, but I'm used to a house, and I just thought this would be like cute and quaint and cozy, and it is. But my kitchen space, and one day I'll do a stream like in my kitchen, I think. But I'm used to like open layout, and it's getting hard to get used to. So I don't know. I'll give it a few months and see. But if I can't get used to it, then we're gonna move closer to Palm Springs. Y'all know it. So anyways, you guys, I've been here for 36 minutes. I love you guys. Y'all got any final thoughts for me? I just wanted to check in with you guys. I'm gonna get to editing a video and stuff like that, but I mostly been doing uploads and not live streams, but it's just because I could express myself a lot better, because when I come on live, then I'm kind of like, I don't know. Maybe I just need to do it more, but I do miss you guys a lot, and I love chatting with you guys. I love interacting with y'all. Keep leaving me comments, and I will support you guys as well. I did get a comment in my comment section and in my emails. Let me put my email in the chat for you guys again. Somebody left me an email, and don't worry, I don't put names out, and asked and told me that they were addicted to a drug for a lot of years. I really like it when you guys share those stories with me. It helps me know I'm not alone, and it also helps other people know that they're not alone, and I appreciate you guys for sharing that stuff. Just keep going. And if you ever want to share a platform with me and tell your stories, I'm more than happy to fire up a live stream so you guys could do that, because I don't really share my story anymore. You guys heard it for a couple years, so I don't need to do that. I'd much rather just talk about everything and chill with y'all, but I'm still here for that. That's always going to be my primary purpose is. Yeah. Can you have me one too? That's always gonna be. Hey, Tara May. Tara May's been doing her things with the live streams. So I caught Tara May's. I caught S Hutchins and stuff like that. But I do appreciate y'all for keeping me company, because my chat wasn't on. What chat? Hey, what's my water? Dang. Thank you. Can I have it? Harley, give me the water. I got my, okay, let me turn my camera off. This boy don't want to, give me the water. Oh, thank you. Let me turn off my camera before I hurt this boy. Harley, Harley, just go get another water. There's plenty of water in there. What's wrong with him? Oh, Lifted was live? When was that? Give me the water. Okay, love you. I got to turn off my microphone. I just love the kids. What is wrong with him? Oh my God, you guys, my kids are so funny. My daughter's in Colorado. That's weird. But you know, she's gotta live her life. Come here. What was Lifted Live about? How are you guys doing? Oh, my dog needs a bath. My dog has an eye infection and it smells so bad. But he's taking some pills. He's taking pills. Oh, it was really short, but she clicked her live. Oh my goodness. Lifted, can you drop your link in the chat? I don't know. I don't get notifications for you because you don't go live a lot. Congratulations on your daughter's graduation. Mulatto, I'm still working on that damn video. I am so proud of her. She wants to be an esthetician. I'm worried about how she's going to vote. I'm worried, okay? I talked to her a lot. She does not, I don't even know how she feels about Trump beer. When I tried to ask her about it, she won't talk. Like, I don't know what her problem is, but yeah, but I am proud of her. Now I have to get one more through school. And then what is that empty nest shit feels like? I don't know. I'm not looking forward to that, but I am so proud of her and this chapter in her life. So I have to stay on point because I have to, thank you, Lifted. I have to pay for her school and stuff. And if she doesn't go to school, she's on her own with the bills. But I love my little baby. It's funny because she'll look at me and she just smiles and she's like, is that what I'm gonna look like when I get older? She's gonna be a lot. She's a stunner. Told her, nope, you're gonna look better. My daughter's been an athlete for years as far as dance. She's in incredible shape, smart, almost a straight A student. I couldn't be more proud. Now I just got my son I gotta get through. My son is more, I don't know how to describe his personality. Very serious. I don't know. Oh, shucks, that's the video. So it's okay. I'm already subscribed to your channel, but I might have to unsubscribe every subscribe. She's your twin. That's my girl. She's a lot nicer. Like she's a nice girl. My daughter, it could also be her generation. Like she likes to call herself woke. I'm not for that woke movement. Okay. I want her to be more conservative, but that's not her personality. We have to let our kids be who they're going to be, or you push them away. And my daughter and I are extremely close. Like she calls me her best friend. It's so cute. And my son's like, that's my best friend. So I have a really good relationship with my kids. And so that's why I said people that have called CPS on me or that have tried to attack my family, they're not welcome around me. And the reason before, a lot of times I would just you would see me fall out with somebody and make back up with them. Y'all don't see that shit now. I nothing them. They'll talk about me before I ever talk about them. Because when I don't deal with somebody, I just don't deal with them. Before, I just wasn't sober enough to stick through with it, you know, and I just didn't care. I would be all emotional, then I would go back and using, but ain't no trauma bonding over here. Nah, we're not doing that. If anyone disrupts my space and my peace because I'm living my soft life, I'm not willing to, no. I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm going to do the things that I like to do. I don't care. People talk about me because I'm always in the mountains. I love the mountains. I love nature. And those are the things that I want to do. I have to get used to just things have been so different, you guys. But the anxiety and all those things are there. But I don't feel that makes me weak. I think that a lot of people struggle with anxiety. And I've always had anxiety. I don't know why. I have social anxiety and I have to deal with it. But I just enjoy the things that I enjoy. And that's it. That's all. And I want my kids are very laid back, very easygoing. And they've lived a very sheltered life for the most part. But I try to talk to them about stuff. Sent a Phoenix. How you doing? He looks serious, like he's good at solving riddles. My son is really good at solving riddles. But he's very serious. He's a math person. He wants to be a doctor like his dad. And I go for it. My daughter is taken after me more as far as like wanting to work for herself in an entrepreneur thing. I 100% salute that. I think it's always awesome to work for yourself. And she doesn't have to worry about the startup costs because I'll fund that stuff. But if she didn't have me, she would figure it out. I think that that's her spirit. She wants to work for herself because she saw me do it for so many years. She came from you. She is woke. You are very intelligent. I'm very intelligent, but I'm not as open. Like her school. Thank you for being a member. I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all for your cash apps, by the way. I don't ever want to seem grateful. I'm very grateful for every time you guys support my platform and get your memberships and stuff like that. And I'm sorry I don't say it more often, but thank you so much. Now, this woke thing. My daughter, like, I'm pro-life. She's more, well, you know, I don't want to talk about her too much, but she doesn't share my values, right? So I'm surprised that I am surprised that she's liberal. That's such a bad word in this house. But I actually live in a very liberal state. So that could be why, like when it comes to the bathrooms and things like that and how they're transgender now, I don't know how you guys feel about that stuff, but I'm just more traditional. And my daughter's kind of like, oh, it doesn't matter. You know, she just comes from a different generation, I guess. And that's okay. But, you know, they don't talk about, I tried to talk to my daughter about like some of the things that I've been through and they just don't, it's like they don't really believe it. My family, when I go there, no one really talks about, I miss going home. I want to plan another vacation home. I'm due for a vacation. It's been a while, but they don't talk about like addiction and stuff. So they offer me like a wine cooler or a drink, and I'm like, I can't. You don't understand what my channel is about. They don't really understand because I live so far from them, like what I went through. Because when I became addicted, I was already in California. It was after I got out of the military it wasn't the first time I was introduced to drugs, but it was the first time I became like, when I became dependent on the substance, I wasn't with my family. So that's not a part of my life I share with them. But sometimes I do want to talk to them about it, but I come from a strong family, an educated family. And so I feel like the outsider a lot, like the black sheep running around. So it can be a little lonely sometimes when, you know, I carry this. So I prefer when I meet people, I tell them that I am in recovery because that's such a big part of my life. I don't want to hide that. I want them to decide if they want to deal with me or not, because that's a big thing. I can never say that I would never use again. All I can say is I won't do it today. Tomorrow I say the same thing, but I just take it day by day, like literally. You're from Orange County? Oh, you're right next door, which is conservative. You're a millennial. So you're young, right? Millennials are, what age group is millennial? Aren't you guys like the young ones? Let me look. How old are millennials?
The answer I found is 43 years.
Oh. So what's Gen X? I know my daughter is Gen Z. My son would be Gen Z. But I love, oh, you're in your mid-30s, you're young. Yeah. Aw. That's so cute. What else, y'all? Y'all miss me? What else did I do? Went to the gym. Another thing. I didn't think I would ever do Zumba. Nor did I think I'd ever sign up for the gym. The reason I had to sign up for the gym is because with work and school, I'm not getting a workout that I'm used to. So I'm getting squishier than I normally am. So I have to like step it up a notch. So I'll be working it out at the gym. I don't want to bulk up, but I miss like the exercise classes and stuff like that. That's it. A lot. What the heck is a Nepo baby? Nepo? What's that? We do miss you. This new you is beautiful. I'm so calm and chill, lifted. And when I first used to come on here, listen, I do not mind that my commentary, you know, I don't mind. I'm not, people used to benefit. Let me tell you something. There would be a person, choose any sector. Oh, I'm not going to call out the sectors because y'all know. But it's more than one. They'll choose somebody that has a complicated or a colorful life, right? That person is always the commentary, picked apart, and it might feel good at first because you don't really understand what's happening. But everybody benefits off of your problems and your struggles except for you. let's take a person going through a divorce, right? Person's going through a divorce or it's not working out with the family. Everybody else acts like they need to talk to this person about it, dissect her, pick her apart, or him apart, whatever. While this, and instead of this couple dealing with their life behind the scenes, it becomes commentary for YouTube. But when it's all said and done, you end up feeling very empty and used. And I refuse to give people that kind of commentary. That's why I cleaned up my life. I could care less who deals with me now that I'm sober, because people love you when you're given to them, when they can profit off of you. I have no problem sitting right here. My channel has grown in a way that I want it to, as far as like when I look at my comment section and you guys are having meaningful conversations, regardless if you disagree with me or not. That's what it's all about. We're very engaged, we're connected. But when I was in the middle of a bunch of nonsense, people would literally meet me to fall out with me so they could be like, oh, she did it to me too. You know, I didn't do shit. The problem is they thought they were gonna get one over on me, but I always had receipts. I've always paid attention to what the hell was going around me, because I knew that one day I'd be able to talk about it, you know, and that these people wouldn't be in my life anymore. When I tell you that even though life is not easy, life is difficult. And it was difficult before. Are y'all following me? Maybe y'all not. I don't know. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can understand what I'm saying. I just need one person to tell me that they understand what I'm saying. Life was always difficult. But because I was numb going through it, I didn't understand. And I didn't understand the toll that my lifestyle was putting on other people. I had no way of understanding it. That's why I don't listen to people that's like, oh, she hurt me, she did this. No, everybody that met me and that came into my life, including the trolls that run around here with these weird ass names of my pictures and stuff like that, they're only people that used to call me all the time, and I cut them off, and they felt like, how could I? Because even in my worst state, I was quick to walk away from people. And those people are still mad 2 or 3 years later. But they're only mad because they couldn't benefit off of me. I wouldn't come to their chats to grow their raggedy ass channels, and they couldn't use me as commentary anymore. And that's for the trolls that don't come up, that goes to these spaces that try to, oh, let me tell you about misunderstood. But people with larger platforms that are my friends that got 50,000 subscribers and up, I don't give a damn what y'all say about me. They're my big supporters, okay? I have a friend that just hit, congratulations on her 1 million subscribers. Well, she didn't just hit it. I'll never tell y'all these people's faces. Congratulations. Those people were, you know, you can't persuade them with, oh, some MU commentary, because they have nothing to gain by it. But a lot of the other people that I cut off and stuff like that, I just know that when things were really crazy, they weren't really my friends. They were, let's talk about MU all the damn time. And I'm just talking about like people that was in my personal life, not really the content creators. I'm talking about people that was actually in my life, right? And they will fall out with me for whatever reason. Now, I don't give anybody anything like that. And I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm not taking you guys on an emotional roller coaster. Again, I did not realize the toll that addiction has on everybody that's around you, your family. I care about my family. And my family did an amazing job. I mean, they support me no matter what. I have a strong family. I had people come. I just lost my train of thought. I sound like looking at the chat. What was I going to say? I just forgot what I was going to say. I guess it wasn't important. But again, I didn't think that addiction hurt people. I didn't think that. I thought I was only hurting myself. And I didn't, oh, my family that put so much into me. I mean, I can call them for money. I can call them for anything. They will pay my bills. But the first thing I wanted to do is take care of myself completely. And everybody don't have to understand that. I wanted my relationships to be in check. I wanted my friendships to be in check. And I don't want to bring that garbage to my chat. When I speak to you guys, hey, princess, I'm just chatting. I'm talking about absolutely nothing. If you guys want to join my panel, you can, because I'm not talking about anything at all. I'm just kind of here with you guys because I haven't been here for a while. But when I speak to you guys, hey, Desantra, I didn't see ZX. I don't see ZX in chat. But thank you. When I'm talking to you guys, when I'm talking to my sis, Obviously, I'm looking at the chat. I'm talking about Shelly when I say my sis, but I appreciate you guys in a way that is not some YouTube stuff, because I come on here and I share with you, but I'm trying to give you something different as far as there's no plays here. There's no games here. I don't need to profit off of you and your misery. I don't need to exploit your stories. I don't need to do that shit. And the stuff that was done to me will never be done to you. I'm not a victim of anybody's. I survived and I overcame a lot of stuff, and things that was put in my way to break me didn't break me, and I'm still here, and I'm still here because I have a message. And that message is that, let me tell you something, there are some people on this app that are completely miserable, and it shows in their life. All right. But when you look at their commentary, I've met a lot of these people. When you look at their commentary, everything is peaches and cream. They're wealthy, they're beautiful, they're this and that. But when you look at their life, they don't have anything. But they'll never tell that to you, and they want you to admire them. And they want to have you live to this really high standard that they don't live to themselves. And I refuse to do that, all right? Everybody goes through things. Everybody has their ups and downs. And that's just what it is. And I cannot afford to act a fool just to get you guys to watch me and stuff like that. No, the stuff that I went through was just very real. I had a very crazy life in my life, and I met a lot of people that I should not have met. And they didn't want anything for me. Now, they would like to tell you guys that they wanted to help me with my addiction. They didn't want to help me with my addiction. And anybody that tells you that they fought for me and like I owe them something, they didn't fight for me. Because if you look at any messages between me and another person, any of these people that said they tried to help me, it was always, don't let me fight for myself. All right. Number one, I'm a content creator. That's just commentary for me, right? But number two, I ignore people that want my attention and that want me to respond. I ignore it. And I think that a lot of people respond to some things that they don't need to respond to. Because if you have a large platform, if you're popular, if it's too easy for them to put your name in their titles to get you riled up, but you're going to lose either way, because people are going to show up to their chat to see what they're talking about. And because you're popular, it doesn't matter if they like you or not. So when you respond to these people and give them your energy, you're only hurting yourself. And sometimes we have to learn to ignore people and not to, everybody doesn't deserve a response. The best response is none. You ignore people. And that's why I refuse to go to these spaces to where if I'm in your chat and you want to highlight all these comments and you know good and damn well this person is delusional, I don't need to be in your chat, because you're not about to make me speak with crazy. Okay, I'm not about to argue with somebody that feels so low about themselves that they want to tear somebody else apart to try. When I heard this other person in somebody's chat say, hey, I'm better than you, I live better than you, and all these grown 40, 50-year-old people applauding that shit, no, you're not better than me. I don't applaud delusional. Okay, it's not normal for a healthy adult to compare herself to another adult. I'm clearly not bothering anybody, and I am truly living the way that I'm supposed to live right now. I don't care about yesterday. I don't care about all of the mistakes, because I had to go through all of that stuff to get to where I am right now. So if you are having trouble with who you are today, now guilt is not necessarily a bad thing. Guilt, there's a purpose for guilt, because that is going to cause you to change. And if you don't listen to that guilt, later it's going to hit you, because those lessons are going to keep coming again and again and again. Now, shame is something different. Shame is, okay, we internalize it. Now we're feeling bad about ourselves. Shame is, and there can be toxic shame. You can use something and change it, but the moment that you start internalizing it, so we do bad things, but it doesn't make us bad people, right? But some of us have done so much in our past that we let that past haunt us, and it's hard for us to wake up, and it's hard for us to deal with all these things because we carry all this shame and guilt. All right, we need a certain level of guilt to change, because if we're so comfortable, we're not going to realize that this is the wrong way. All right, it took me a long time to learn that lesson, and it took me a long time because I refused to give up that thing that was making me feel good. I was so afraid. I would get sober. Some of y'all know, some of y'all that follow me since 2019, or actually I came here in 2018. I didn't have a platform yet, but I thought I was really doing big things when I reached 3 days sober. Some of you remember when I was happy after being sober for 8 hours. And I would come online like, I'm good, y'all. And you guys would look at me, the ones that were honest with me. But you guys would look at me and be like, she's not well. But I truly believed what I was saying, right? So when I kept meeting people for them to fall out with me, and people kept saying, why? Why is she putting herself in that situation? A person that is addicted on drugs or have any type of major problem like that is not capable of understanding what is happening in their life. Okay? But that person has a choice to use or not use. So I have to take responsibility and accountability for that. But what I'm telling you is that, wait a minute, I can't look at my stream right now. What I'm telling you is that once you decide to get rid of that thing that's affecting your life and you start to clean up your life, you know, you look at things a lot differently. And if you keep looking at the past and feeling bad and sorry for yourself because of the things that have happened, you're missing what's happening in your life today. The blessings, you're waking up. What relationships do you still have? How can you make your life better? It may not look like you think it's going to look, and your life may not look the same, right? Because change is going to be scary for anybody. I don't give a damn what they say. Change is scary. That's why I talk about anxiety and stuff like that. Change is scary because we want what's comfortable and what's familiar. And sometimes that friendship that was not good for you, you see a lot of people going back. This person treated you like shit, right? People would treat me like crap and you'll see me back in their chat. No. It's because it's familiar and you want that old feeling when that person was first your friend and when that person was good to you. But when that person uses you again and again and again and you don't cut them off, you guys have trauma bonded with each other, okay? Now you got a bunch of codependent, messed up people that's friends that are your friends. So I don't mind when people are like, I hate MU. I don't really mind when people have all these problems because it's not my job to make these people feel good about me, okay? Because they have other issues. They want that sick MU that used to let them come into my life, that I would give them all kinds of donations and all these kind of things, and these people didn't want anything else from me. These people wanted me to take care of their big grown asses over my kids. What's up, W Jackson? What's good, Bams? I see your message, boo. I'll talk to you after the stream. But I didn't see your message, but I saw that you messaged me. But I'll talk to you after. What's good, W Jackson? So these people wanted me to keep giving to them because the things that they would ask me and expect from me are things that they would never do for anybody else. And it became so ridiculous, and all people could do, and the reason why they would get away with it is because I have this stigma, right? It's a stigma for other people. I'm not ashamed of what the fuck I did. It's something I went through and I overcame, right? But people would think that they could get away with certain things. Like the expectations of a friendship for me was beyond. It's like they wanted me to take care of them more than I took care of my babies. And that's something I would never do. I don't give a damn how addicted I was. I always put my kids first in those situations, right? But people will like you as long as you're going along with them. And then when they curse you out or they mistreat you, they expect you to have the relationship go right back to where it used to be. And the moment you start having boundaries and you start saying no, then you're mean. Be that mean girl in that case, right? Then you're a bitch and all those other kind of things because they can't take advantage of you. And I don't think that some people really understand that trauma cycle that's happening. And when I tell you that I cut these people off, that for whatever reason, if a relationship falls apart, I have to look at that relationship was supposed to fall apart, okay? It should have fallen apart a long time ago. I don't care if it's a friendship, a relationship, or whatever ship. And sometimes it could be people in your own family that's making you feel like crap. There's no need to hold on to a toxic relationship because it's going to tear you down mentally, okay? It's going to tear you down. And all this weight, all these people, listen, if God has forgiven you, who is anybody else to bring up your past? Right? Who's anybody else to try to make you feel bad about yourself? And some people are like, oh, MU thinks she's all that. Listen, I better tell myself stuff like this because the world will tear me apart. The world, there's so many people that's like, oh, MU's not shit. Okay? But I am a person. I am a child of God, and we all have issues, and I refuse to let these people. They look so stupid following me around to all these chats, and all they're doing is helping my audience retention. All they're doing is keeping my, you know what I'm saying? We're good. And the reason why it doesn't bother me is because I cannot see their comments. They are blocked. Y'all know me. I go from 0 to 10 fast. If you don't see me responding, now here's the thing. They don't know that there are other people will see people commenting to me and not realize that I have them blocked. So then they'll take their happy narcissistic asses, sorry God, arses, and try me in a chat. So if you see me blow up, I appreciate you guys that let me rock out. Because if I respond, number one, I'll leave a space. I'm not about to fight with you. But a lot of these people that are talking to me, I cannot see their comments. And if you are highlighting these comments because you want me to see it, because you want me to entertain them for your chat, it's just not going to happen. And I do wish that more people was like that. Oh, wait, let me get my kid off camera. He's enjoying his summer break. Come, Papa. Yeah. You see how happy my kids. You see how happy my kids make me. A big smile on my face, y'all. My biggest accomplishment is having my kids, and that's why it does hurt me when I see other people talking about people's kids, especially these non-moms that will never know what it's like to bear a child. While they want to tear a child apart. And I'm sick of seeing these old granny bangers and these people that's fighting with well, I understand they're bored. I get that part. But these kids, there has to be some type of moral standard, and they should be off limits. I don't give a damn what sector I'm talking to. It looks weird. And think about, take away the screen. If you've seen an adult attacking a child, what would you say? All these people want to try to criticize MU. Those are things that I just won't do. Let me tell you something. But again, back to you. The depression, you got to work through. We all have shit in our past. All of us. I do not believe people that say, if you tell me that you don't regret anything in your life, I'm going to look at you like a narcissist, because we have all done things. Game passenger. We have all done things that we could have done better. Here's the thing. When you mature in life and you reach a certain level in your life, because you have matured, you look back at a situation to where you weren't quite there yet, because it's a journey. Life is a journey. It's about the journey, not the destination, right? Embrace the journey. So it's easy to look back and regret some things that you've said, some things that you have done. Maybe there were some serious consequences that you have to live with, and life is different. So that's where a lot of the shame comes from, right? A lot of shame, like, damn, why did I do that? And we beat ourselves up, and those thoughts come into our mind again and again and again. You are looking at your past from a different mindset, because at that time you made the decision that you made based off of your experiences, based off of whatever trauma, whatever things you've gone through as a child or coming up, or whatever your experiences. So you made that decision. And as you've grown, the beauty, the thing that people don't realize is that guilt means that you have compassion, that you have reached a certain level. So now looking at things from the brain that you have now and the mindset that you have now, it's easy to regret the things that you've been through. Am I making sense to you guys? So that's where a lot of that regret comes from. That's why I told people, you know what? You have to let go. All you can do is apologize where you can and change that behavior, but don't get stuck in the past, because you're going to miss what's happening in your life right now. So I'm trying to tell you guys how I have survived all of these things that you guys have seen me go through publicly that was meant to break me. I had people that call themselves my friends lying, saying I slept with that person, I slept with this person, look at what she did a long time ago, trying to tear me down. And let me tell you something, I know who I am. And when you know who you are, nobody else can tell you who you are. And the ones that are going to rock with you are going to rock with you, and the other ones are going to fall apart. But that's a natural process of life. Not everybody is designed to go with you along your whole journey, and they don't have that right to, right? Finding that kind of peace has helped me. My health has gotten better. My skin has gotten better. You heal from the inside out. And I had to get rid of people that did not have my best interest in mind. Either I walked away or they walked away. But one thing, I did not chase any of those relationships, because my sanity and what I'm doing in my real life, I will unplug and deal with life. When I'm in school, I remember people wanted me to hit their links while I was in school. Hell no. When I'm in school, I'm in school. When I'm in work, all right. When I'm at work, sometimes I'm online a little bit, but I'm still at work, but I will unplug. And it's really important for me to do that. And I do believe in a dopamine detox, but living life, I don't want to miss out on life. And that is not happening while I'm on YouTube, but it's helped my commentary because I'm so involved in life and politics and my finances and rebuilding that those are the things that I want to share with you guys. I do not need you guys to trauma bond with me. I do not need to talk about breakups or relationships. I do, but what I'm saying is, as far as me interacting with other people so they can fall out with me and have, it's hard to prevent those things from happening, but I'm just a lot more careful, because if you betray me or cross me now, there is no back and forth. Now, some things you can work out. There is a friend that I did want to reach out to because in the thick of my addiction, sweet one. Oh, I spoke about that in the earlier part of my stream, but I played that video. You know, I'm sad about his ear being blown off, but what was I talking about? That's why I don't like reading the chat. What was I talking about? Oh, a friend. There's a friend who would tell me stuff. She made me so mad. And my other friends at the time didn't like her. Only to come to find out once I sobered up, I'm like, wait a minute, she was trying to tell me something. All right. So that was the only one that I wanted to reconcile with. Right. And there is no, oh, we need to rehash the past. We need to have a conversation. Nothing like that. It was more of, you know what, I'm in a better space to be a friend back. Like, doesn't mean I like everything that have happened, but if you have a true friendship, that friendship develops and you talk things out. But I do realize that the things that this person was telling me was, hey, you need to be careful. And I wasn't, I can't really explain it, but I'm not saying, like, there's some people that you might want to try to make amends with, you might want to talk to, and that's okay. But as far as anyone else, you know, that no, it's okay to be by yourself, and it's okay to live life and be strong on your own instead of having a bunch of people around you that want something. And this one person has never asked me for anything. And I had to think about that. Even has never asked me for anything. So, you know, I'm not too big of a person to reach out and be like, hey, you know what? I see things a lot differently now. And those relationships are really special to me. What'd you say? I know, y'all. Okay, I'm done with all that stuff. I'm not trying to preach to you guys, but I'm just telling you guys why I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling okay, and I'm in a good space. I'm in a good space. Y'all know it's... Thank you, Game Passenger. I appreciate you guys. I'll start coming out earlier eventually, but, you know, life is lifing. And do you guys realize that I don't care if you're an alcoholic or crackaholic or whatever, you miss those years. So a lot of these things that I should have embraced years ago at a younger age, I'm just now doing. So this time management thing is a bitch, right? And then going back to school, now I love my brain. I am a thinker, okay? I am intelligent and all that good stuff. I have a good brain. Despite how many brain cells I fried, I still have a good brain. But going back to school, all these things, it's a big deal. But I always get nervous that first day. Like, and then I think, why am I doing this now? Why am I going back to school to finish my psychology degree? It's scary as hell doing it as an adult. Why not just live comfortable, hang out at beaches? But I can't because I feel on fire. I know. See, I'm going back to school to understand a lot of things. Number one, I want to finish my psychology degree. I've already studied psychology. I'm just finishing my major, right? And I'm finishing my certification for the drug and alcohol thing. There's a lot of things I'm doing, right? And so there's a lot of things that I need to do. But when I tell you, it's scary, it's nerve-wracking, it's taking me out of my comfort zone. It really is. But that's more that I could put into other people. I want to understand more about human behavior. I want to understand more about addiction. That was one of my favorite classes. Human behavior and addiction and substances. When I was studying my psychology degree, I want to finish my psychology degree next year. I graduate with my associates. It's crazy. And then I go on to get my bachelor's. So everything is starting to come together. And I know that there's going to be people along the way that I can support and pour into and love, but they're also going to pour into me. Now, I'm a giver in a lot of ways. That's my love language. But maybe your love language is maybe you're a work person. Maybe you're somebody that know how to put stuff together, or you know how to, everybody has a gift, right? But I'm only pouring into people that pour into me, because what I want is something more, and some people don't have that. They're comfortable where they are. I always want more, because I want to give more to my kids. And I just know that I have a lot to offer. I do not believe that I survived all this stuff to not give back and pay it forward. All right, I really believe that. I don't like to see people addicted. I don't like to, I'm always studying these things and looking up these stories to see how have drugs impacted other people's life. And some people give up, and amount of people taking their own lives because they're miserable, and we think they have everything, and they take their life because they don't see a way out. There's people go through things. A life is very real, and it can hurt, and it can be painful. So how do I know how to deal with these people? I had to go back to school, and I don't take that for granted at all, especially with this big bill, right? Writing these damn checks. But I don't take that for granted. You know, when TC used to jump on I said I wasn't going to say names, damn it. But she used to jump on my platform and talk about education and finances and stuff. I appreciate that stuff, because that's helping other people. And some of us are not satisfied in this, with where we are. We can be comfortable, but I just want more. But I do know that the best thing that I can do for other people is just talk to them and share and be there, because you can go to any other space where they're beefing and fighting, all that kind of stuff. I do. I go right on over to Reed or Shelly, or I jump in VS chat. I go somewhere, but over here, I just want a space where we can just chat about different stuff, right? Every time I would fall out with people, it would benefit other people, and they would run with that commentary for weeks and months. I would rather take a hit and have my small chats and talk to you guys than let all these people continue to benefit off of me, because when you go through something and all these people are talking about it, it's your real life. And while they're talking about it, you're living that life. And there was so many things that was just not right, right? So it doesn't matter what other people think about you. It doesn't matter. It's just commentary to a lot of these people. I'm talking about the social media thing. You surround yourself with people that's going to pour into you, where you don't always have to be your best self, where you can let your guard down and you can be vulnerable and emotional and all those things. Because a lot of us hold so much inside because we're afraid of what somebody else is going to say, or sometimes we'll see something that's not right and we're afraid to call it out because of their popularity online. So you give a lot of grace to these content creators that because of their social standing, but you want to hold somebody else more accountable that didn't even do anything nearly as bad as this other person just because they have a large platform. And how did we get to these big ages to where we're followers? I'll be damned. I'd rather y'all, they don't like MU because MU is gonna, I'm for the people, parts of people, but I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, 100 all the way. Yeah. So the things that I talk about, it's like these things are affecting us. And some people, again, they're either narcissistic or but they're pretending to be something that they're not. How is somebody with a prison record going to judge any damn body as if they are perfect? If they were paroled or on probation, they were given another chance. How dare they try to come out here with their hustle? And the only reason they're hustling is because they can't find a damn job out in the real world with their lazy. Not all of them are lazy. Some of them really have changed their life, but a lot of other ones want to dox you, want to carry profiles. I know because of the people that tried to carry files on me for a while with their prison records. All of them prisoners with the damn felons. Keeping track of MU. Why? Because they needed a coin because they couldn't go out in the world and get an actual job because of their felonies. So they find YouTube as the latest hustle. Let me pretend to be so special so I can judge everybody else. Hello, somebody in these, y'all know. Email me if y'all know who I'm talking about. But that's all it is. YouTube has just become a hustle. And because these people can't make it in a real world, they come online, they see, oh, somebody's finally listening to me. So they want to make your life miserable. And you, as long as you feel great, that's what's important. I feel awesome. We're not taught these things in school. You know, we're not taught a lot of things in school, especially to work for ourselves. School teaches us to work for other people and make them wealthy. Now, some things you need to go to school for. We need a basic understanding of things. But as far as being an entrepreneur, paying taxes, writing checks, now they're teaching you to go out there and be a good employee for an employer. Now, we got to work. We got to start somewhere. But they don't teach us how to earn a passive income, although I don't believe all incomes are that passive, but they don't teach us that much about finances. And that's something I have been gifted in. I taught myself a lot of things because of my anxiety and the issues that I've had. I had to learn how to make it without traditional schooling, but I did go to college. I went to the military. I did all that stuff. But being an entrepreneur is something that's not really encouraged in school. And we're taught to follow and we're taught to listen. And that's something I can tell you when it comes to my kids. They were homeschooled for a while. I homeschooled them, then I put them in private school until my daughter wanted to go to a public school as she got older. But I do teach my kids to, you know what? You have to make your way in life. We got to teach our kids how to think and not just follow what other people are saying, because that other person that's telling them to do something might have an agenda and we're not aware of why. You know, school is a $1 billion industry, right? You teach your kids to follow somebody else and they're pouring their ideas into your child. And now you see that, you know, you have governors that want to rewrite Black history, that want to rewrite history, that want to say that, my channel's not going to monetize shit, that want to say that the slaves benefited from slavery and they now have skills. And some people are just not, they're ignorant. And the most ignorant people want to jump on the platforms to argue their points. And they don't get, do you know why they get mad at you when you bring up your point? Because they don't have the facts to back up what they're saying. So they think, so by yelling at you, it's manipulative. It's a fallacy in debate. By yelling at you, they want it to be so other people won't question them. They want to intimidate you and they want you to second guess yourself. And they want you to not question what they're saying, but they're wrong. They're wrong and loud. And it's always the ones that don't vote, that's not informed, that's ignorant, didn't graduate high school, can't read beyond a 6th grade level, that want to fight with you about what you're saying. Because two educated adults should be able to have a conversation and disagree and have the facts to back it up. I'm not going to get upset at you for your point of view. I do get passionate, but that's what you see. All right. But YouTube is a hustle. And you see a lot of people that have these criminal backgrounds that want to dox everybody else, that want to call out everybody else's past. But how can you call out somebody else's past when you have a past just as bad? You know how many people that were ex-drug dealers try to come at you as if they are better? But people don't want to think. They want to just follow. And social media has created this cult-like following everywhere. And I don't get it. I do not want to follow in somebody else's footsteps. I'm a leader. Footsteps. I'm a leader. That's why they get mad at MU. You know why they're mad at MU? They couldn't break me when they wanted to. When they ganged up, dogpiled me and all that kind of stuff. I still stood here shining. Insults and all. And I say that because there's some of you that are not the most popular, but you keep going because it's the ones that aren't the popular ones that stand out that people can't stop talking about. Listen, you have to make your own way. And sometimes you're going to have a dream or a goal that nobody else has. And so how are they going to tell you about your path in life when they don't have the tools to do that? Would you go to somebody, would you talk to a broke person about finances? Some people would because they're very charismatic. But no, I'm going to talk to somebody that's wealthier than I am, that have more than me. All right? You want somebody to fix your Lexus, you're going to take them to a Toyota dealership? No. You're going to take them to somewhere that okay, this is what it takes. And so it's really important to be careful who you listen to. And sometimes that dream and that goal, you need to keep to yourself because people are going to put their fear and their doubt into you. And because it's not their gift, they're not going to understand how you're supposed to get there. I knew that one day I was going to get sober. I knew it. You know how? Because that last overdose didn't kill me. And I told myself I was going to make it out. And you're not going to be able to touch my kids. You can't touch my family. You can't. I don't give a damn how many chunky or bony blah, blah, blah mother suckers try to chase after me. Can't have the blessings that God gave me. And they can't have the blessings that God gave you. But sometimes we lose our way because we listen to the wrong people and the wrong voices. And we got too many people telling us what to do in our life when really you know what to do in your life. You know what you need to do. Just do the work. That's it. That's it. Y'all see how, and I don't care. I got lipstick all over my face. Are you still, oh, I forgot about that. 504. Are you still going to do the stream about being a friend to an addict? Who was I supposed to do that stream with? Was it you? I forgot about it. I've been so wrapped up in politics. That is a stream that we need to do. I need to write that one down. It's my journal. That is a stream that we need to do. Yes, 504. I absolutely will do that. Because you ain't ratchet. Because Black women are only accepted as long as they fit into a gender and stereotype. Oh, good point, Game Passenger. Good point. MU? Hang on, what? W. Jackson. W. Jackson, you were on the Shelly's platform earlier. Was that you? Because if it was, you make good points. People would give you their, that's right, their arses to kiss. They don't want examples. They want y'all to play along or get along to be made the example. That's exactly what they want. Gay Passenger, the good thing about me is I'm not hungry for money and stuff like that. I do appreciate y'all cash apps and y'all donations. I pour a lot into you guys. But I'm not going to starve at the end of the day. And I don't need to profit off of somebody else's misery. I don't need to go along with anybody. I refuse to be put in a box. And I'm not following anybody's cult. I understand the YouTube game that people play on here. It's one of the reasons I started my own platform. They don't want examples. They want exactly. Take away YouTube is still the plot against y'all. I see messages on my Instagram. That's so cool that you're a vet. I'm a vet. I was in the military, yep, on a ship, and then I went to shore duty. And I got my esports pin with it. I mean, early on the ship where people, I take people like 2 years to study for that damn pin. I got it within a few months of being on this ship. The first person to ever do so. Now you have to be on a ship for at least a year. They changed it. But yep, I was a brain. I saw people studying for that. That's the highest pin that you can get as an enlisted person, the esports pin, right? And I got that shit. It's like, damn, I'm a brain. I'm a brain. That's why school makes me happy, because I love to think, but I wanted to learn everything about that damn ship. So the esports pin, the way you get it is that you get a written test and then there's an oral test where they're listed people. So the written test, you know, it's like, just like it sounds, a written test about every part of the ship and the rates and like how it works, like the jobs and stuff. And then, so you have to do that. And then the officers like will walk you through the ship and ask you questions. And at the end, there's an exam. So I was on one side with the enlisted people, the officers, and the enlisted people were on the other side in front of me as the officers were asking me questions about their department. So there was no way to study for that because I didn't know what they were going to ask me. But because I studied, that's the one thing when I got on the ship, I started studying everything, right? I wanted to know about everybody's jobs, what they did. I wanted to take that damn test. And when I got that esports pin, that was such a proud moment because the officers all shook my hand. The enlisted people all shook my hand. People were saying I couldn't do it. I was dumb, but I did the damn thing. I had to petition to take that test and all the officers said no. And I remember when the officer, when it went to the top, and he's like, why should I grant this request? I was like, because there's nowhere in a booklet that says that I can't take it. He came back and he was like, you're right. You're granted to take that test. When do you want to do it? I wanted to take it that day. He said, no, he's not going to do that. So I took it the next day and I passed it with flying colors. First time, passed that test. So yeah, the military brings back fond memories. I really wanted to serve my country and feel like I could accomplish something that was good. But my addiction came after all of that stuff. So it's been a long road, but I am definitely a vet, and I salute anybody that has served the country for whatever reason, right? I know because they tested it on Black men, and I still have a lot to detach from. Wait, what did you say before that? What did they test on Black men? What did I miss? They don't want examples. They want y'all to play along. I know because they tested it on Black men. I'm not sure. I think I got lost. And I still have a lot to detach from. I'm not sure what you mean by that. MU? Oh, maybe this was first? And then they make it about race and gender because they never had an argument to begin with. They just wanted to disagree. That's very true. All the time. And even when race and gender has nothing to do with it, not everything. Yeah. This is why it's so important for people to know themselves. Know thyself. Romans 10:5 for Bible. Leviticus. Life's a hustle and the hustle never ends. Nope. But celebrate life on the way, though. You guys got to remember to stop and have some fun. And it could be little stuff, little things. She's so much more confident and articulate. Power to the people. I am. I feel good. It's protecting my protecting my peace and my energy. And boundaries are for a reason. And all these people that's so mad in you are mad because I cut them out of my life. I'm telling you. And I don't care. And it's weird that people don't understand parasocial relationships and they're so overly invested in another person's life that they're not taking care of their own. There is no way to be able to take care of your household and be involved in everybody else's life. None. And see if you're this young person with no responsibilities and stuff like that, but to be an adult and now these granny bangers don't have anything else to do. So that's why you see them online all the time trying to act as if they're the new it person, right? And because they don't show their faces and they can pretend to be all this and all that, they can get away with that shit. Whatever. Bingo's not as popular anymore. But as far as other people that have all this life, it's like, no. That's why I look at people and it's like they're caught up in all of this and jumping on all these platforms with real life situations. Divorce is a really traumatic situation. Any type of breakup like that, you go through a grieving process. Now I do salute people that have channels and they talk about that stuff, but it's another it can become and I'm not telling people what to talk about, but all I'm saying is at the end of the day, when people are done talking about it, you are left with the consequences. Y'all understand what I'm saying? And these are very real consequences. Oh, lifted, girl. I love this new spirit in you. I'm proud that you never gave up. I can't give up. There's been times that I wanted to give up, but I would, like a year ago, I was in such a dark, was it a year ago? Ugh. I was in such a dark space for a small period of time. Thought like, how was I going to go on? Had I given up, I wouldn't be where I am right now. So that's why I'm telling you guys to push through. I'm not saying that because I want to sound preachy. I'm telling you because that's what I had to do. I had to realize that people were not my friends. People did not have my interest in mind. It was always about me taking care of other people and never in you. I'm the one that's struggling with an addiction. People knew exactly who I was when they entered my life. They don't get to go around judging me, talking about, oh, you did this, you did that. No, they all benefited from it. And until I started to say no and stand up for myself, some people are like, oh, how could she do that? Listen, my kids come first in my life, period. And if I was married, then my husband would come first. People can disagree with me, but I believe that the husband comes first and then the kids, right? Be reasonable. Don't let your husband hurt your kids. That's another story for another day. And you guys can disagree with me if you want to. I'll be interested in hearing y'all comments on that. But the things that matter to me now, there's no one that could break my peace. I don't care how many people I have in my chat. I don't care how many of y'all like my videos. Some of my videos do well and some flop. I'm doing things and putting things out in the world that mean a lot to me. And what means a lot to me are people realizing that there is hope. The moment you give up that thought, you're not gonna make it. You're gonna have so many toxic behaviors, self-destructive behaviors. How long have I been on? I'm trying to keep my stream shorter now. You're not gonna have peace. And that is a miserable life. And a lot of people live that way. I don't care what they tell you on this app. They don't have peace. That's why you say something to them and they're so sensitive. They think that everything is about them. You're picking them apart and they want you to admire them for the smallest stuff. Oh, I got a job. Oh, I'm about to do this. It's always I'm about to, right? They never actually do it. They're just they want you to praise them because they're not getting validation in their real life. And they're not really doing anything. So they come on YouTube for this validation. I know that there's people, I don't need to be that way. I only need to reach one person, two, one, really. I'm like, you know what, sis? It's gonna be all right. You get through it. You get through that painful divorce. You can get through that addiction. And I can speak about things from experience. And for me, that's a powerful thing, right? You know, when I battle somebody, because sometimes I do, y'all know me, I try to be calm, but nah, you're not about to, sometimes you might catch me on that day and it's not going down like that, right? It's not going to bother me when I click off YouTube because I'm getting my life in order. I'm good. They're left stuck. But I understand that some people are so miserable that you cannot have a conversation with them because they're going to lash out at you. Oh, that was you on the platform? Yeah, you're interesting. I give you that. They're going to lash out at you. They're all very sensitive, and they're sensitive because they're not secure with themselves. And that's just it. John writes a lot. Congratulations, W. Jackson. Stop searching and seeking. You have a lot to lose. You have to lose your old self to see the true condition of you. That's right, Lifted. 100 and that pin. It isn't easy. Trust me. That's right, Lifted. It's not easy. But I got the damn thing. I got it within a few months of being on the ship. I have zero regrets as you were a USMC veteran. Thank you for your service. Good night, Chesty. I didn't see you, but I hope at game. Good night, Chesty. Oh, good night, game. I'm sorry. I was behind the chat. They tested the agenda, meaning we are supposed to act more cruel to each other. It's a play to destroy us. Other races have other things targeting them, but we are all under attack by the same people. That's right, game. Korean Trump. Are you Trump? I gotta check your I don't know if I like your picture. Do I got any mods in the chat that can check that? Lifted, are you a moderator? Are you still in the chat? Can you check this account? The guy who did it was a registered Republican. Let me tell you something. I'm already not liking your name. So I don't know if I have any moderators in my chat. I need to check you out because I'm not feeling that at all. I am a Trump supporter, not Trump supporter. Oh God, y'all gonna take that soundbite. I'm a Republican. I was a Republican before Donald Trump. Okay, I don't agree with what happened at Capitol Hill or anything like that, but I am a Republican. And just because a guy, I don't believe that he was a Republican. I don't believe that he was a Republican. Because just like on Capitol Hill, you had some people that were Democrats pretending to be Republican. Okay. I could speak of one in particular. And that's just what it is. And we're not going to act like we don't know what I'm not going to do politics right now. My brain's too tired. Prayer works. Hey, silent nemesis. How you doing? Okay, I need to check that person's account. How you doing, Silent? Going to bed. Good night, Niedermeyer. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you guys. I haven't seen Niedermeyer in a long time. I'm sorry I was behind in the chat, y'all. I do not believe it was a Republican. And there's nothing that anybody could say that's going to make me believe it was a Republican. Because when we have... I just don't believe that, right? Why would a Republican have been upset with Trump? Make that make sense. Niedermeyer. Oh, beautiful picture. Yeah, I don't believe that for a second. Are they still talking about that over on? I don't know. Let me see what's y'all mind. Let me glance at the news real quick because I was watching that. Oh, my dogs are knocked out. Let's see. Trump. Let me see what's going on. Poor guy. But imagine that's your last day on Earth. It's still going
like that, and you see the president go down. But certainly when President Trump did get up and waved his fist in that he's on the rise. That
Rhinos don't like
that changed the
Trump.
mood in a hurry. But there was still a lot of pandemonium, tears,
Yeah, y'all, let me glance.
and quite a bit of.
This is what educational Facebook is only. I'm not gonna keep it here,
The shooter.
but
I got some information on him a little bit earlier. If it's the same.
I know what you meant.
He seems that he put out something earlier that was very threatening. That he was going to do something today. Again, if it was the same individual, whether there's mental illness there or where that level of hate comes from, and the idea that he thinks he would go in and do some good by
That's just crazy.
assassinating our candidate president, perhaps the future president, and the former president, is pretty sad. But I'll be honest with you, I'm glad when someone like that thinks that they can get away with something like that. That he did not. Number one, but number two, paid the ultimate price.
Look at that. This is just, it shouldn't have happened. That is insane. Look at this.
We need an environment
God.
of more of open discourse, less hyperbolizing, less accusations, and more conversations. Right? I mean, that's the responsibility, I think, of those in an elected office, and hopefully this will be a catalyst for us to do that.
He's still standing strong.
Contact with anybody in the Trump
Like,
orbit,
you see him?
the broader orbit since this happened tonight in Butler?
That's horrible.
Just anecdotal, nothing necessarily specific, but we do hear that the president is well. He's strong.
Thank you, Lifted.
He's fired up. As you can imagine, there's such a traumatic incident. But we're just happy he's okay, and we're gonna see him in Milwaukee.
I wish I was in
Do you believe
Milwaukee. I would go
Milwaukee
see
will
him.
Move forward as planned. We've been reporting out that obviously the former president, through his
Look at,
campaign,
oh my
says he's looking forward to
God.
being there. Clearly, there may be some changes related to the content of some of the remarks, et cetera, given what has happened here. I wonder what your sense of that is.
Well, I agree.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
this is a very serious event, and hopefully we can find some good in it, if you will, or some opportunity to unite and realize that we are all Americans, and we need to work towards common goals. But the president's a fighter. He's got great energy. And something tells me he's going to be quite present at his convention.
Okay.
Again, that was Congressman Dan Muser, who was there at that rally in Pennsylvania where the shots rang out. This attempted assassination of
Oh
former
my
President
God,
Donald
look at
Trump,
that.
who has survived this event, appears to be in good spirits. We are
Yeah, that's crazy. How come every time I stop sharing, I lose you guys? Where are y'all? Shoot, can y'all see me? Why do I do that? I can't find myself. Do y'all see me still? Oh, there I go. There is no way people can't realize that, number one, that's a historical moment that will go down in history. But no one deserves that shit. No one. Why? What was the purpose of that? You know, that was hard to watch. It was, and for one person to become unalived, right? Besides the shooter, wasn't there somebody that? Yeah, there was a fatality. You know, damn. Right as he started that speech, 504 makes me sick sometimes. I know. If you do go live, text me. I'm gonna go to church tomorrow. That's my goal. I'm gonna go to church tomorrow, and then after that, I'm gonna go on the road. But I'll listen to your stream as I drive. Now I gotta go behind the scenes and let y'all know with facts that this was a plot. Biden or it was him, and I will be interested in your thoughts on that. I would be very interested in your thoughts on that. Lifted, you're coming up. Is that you, Lifted? Can you flash your camera? No. Did y'all block that person that said Queen Trump in my chat? That's okay. Cover your camera. Let me let Lifted cover her camera. There you go. Okay, don't turn it on.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey, y'all. So I wanted to say something really quick about, so you know how I said in the comments about knowing thyself?
Mhm.
So part of like knowing thyself is about knowing your astrological makeup, right? Like how you were made in the stars, right? Or like your birth chart. And I know a lot of people associate the birth chart with some kind of occult thing, right? But one thing that I want to kind of point out about today with this incident in particular, I won't get too deep into it, but there are, there have been people over, for centuries and centuries, and I'm talking about, even during biblical times, right? Because the conductor of us all is always and will forever be the universal life force source. Some refer to this energy as God, right? But I know this energy as my father, okay? If you want to say that, that's what I call this energy source, right? Because I answer to this energy, right? I answer to the Father. You understand what I'm talking about?
Mhm. Mm.
And that's not the one that is running havoc down here. Okay. So even when the North Star was leading the three wise men, which were really angels, to the birth of what was known as Jesus, that star was leading them into the light to the north. Okay. So a little bit more on what the stars do to help us understand direction, which is a map of our body or a map of who we truly are or where we're truly meant to be. So listen to this. The places where we are truly meant to be. These people that we look to for answers, okay? I want you to understand that this this person known as, I'll just say that his name is DT, okay? He too has someone very knowledgeable that is that knows things like I know, like me. You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Or okay, so the closer that you get to knowing yourself, this person knows him just as well. So DT is a Gemini sun and he has a Leo rising, right? And currently up in the I'll call it the cosmos, there's a star which is affecting us all. If you noticed today, the streets were pretty quiet, right? That means that everybody was kind of feeling, some of us were feeling more powerful than none. Some of us were feeling more like in our latent feelings. You know what I'm talking about? Looking back on the past and trying to renew things that are helping us to move forward. Okay. So whoever orchestrated today's events, these were happening way before this time had even happened. There's a star called Ogun, right? And it hit Donald Trump right in a certain part of his, I said his name, shit. Oops, dang it. Sorry. In his natal chart, right? And let's say with the French Revolution that I was talking about down in the chat, it talked about certain aspects of his chart that were gonna, that said these things were gonna happen. And whoever overlooks his home life, his health and all that, these people pretty much knew this. Whether it was going to be an attempt or like a bigger thing was supposed to happen, nothing too detriment was going to happen, regardless of if they wanted it to or not, or maybe or so. Okay, I know that I talk kind of like riddly, right? But you know that I vibrate pretty high. All right, so basically what I'm saying is, in everybody's chart, there's events that are meant to be. And there's things that, like you said earlier, you already knew for a fact, especially after that last thing that happened to you. You already knew that you were going to break through with high events in your life, and that nothing was going to stop you, right? You knew that already, right? And the reason that you knew that is because you lived through that event before. You understand what I'm talking about? So going back to the French Revolution, because this person that we know as, DT, this is not a single event, because, planet Earth is we know it as a round ball, but inside this round ball, just like inside of an orange, there's different layers, right? We have to be very wise people here on planet Earth. We're not ignorant, right? If it happens here, it's happening in other spaces as well. We think the French Revolution happened a long time ago, but this event is recurring and recurring until what? Till we get it right, okay? And when we get it right, what happens? We overcome it. Just like you overcome this crucial moment in your life. And now you know that you are pleasing the Most High. You know you pleased him, right? You understand that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And DT, the only person he needs to please, he ain't even got to please us. He has to please the Most High, okay? That's the only person he has. And if you don't please him, baby, okay, it's over. Last shot, dude. That was a nick. Next time, off with your head, French Revolution, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm being for real. And look, I'm just a messenger. I know a lot of people like to not understand what I say, but I vibrate very high. And that's why I tell people, y'all better stop fucking with me. I don't say a lot until I have to say it right, but I know what I'm talking about. Seriously.
Yeah, yes, you do. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Don't
But,
sleep on lifted. Mm-mm.
Just, and I tell people, don't you play with me, you messing with the Father. And that's some real talk. And people wonder, like, but you're Buddhist. What the fuck does that got to do with anything? What is that about? Y'all are weird. Don't be weird. Don't be weird.
I get you. I understand you. Thank you, Lifted.
Okay.
That was. Thank you. That was. Mm-hmm.
Love thyself. I love myself so much. If I didn't look, and when I say myself, I love y'all.
I'm glad you love yourself. Let me answer this question. Lifted. I have a question. Does pineapples go on pizza? Anyone? Yes. I love pineapples on pizza.
Amen.
When I eat a pizza, yeah, it has like a fresh taste to it. Positive energy. I wasn't looking at the chat, W Jackson. When you guys are speaking with each other, I don't usually look at those comments. So, I don't know who you were speaking to or whatever. Follower said, nope, you guys don't like, what did you call it? A Canadian pizza?
I like pizza with mayo and pineapples.
Oh.
I don't know if that's disgusting, but I do.
Hey, if that's what you like, that's what you like.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this. You guys, no cooked fruits over here. I don't think Is it cooked, y'all? Or is it raw? W. Jackson said no, all caps. You guys,
Anyway, I just
y'all
wanted to say that. And y'all have a great night, and I'll be in the chat.
good night, Lifted.
Good night. Love you. Bye. Good night.
Love you back. Let me peek in at the news real quick, y'all. I have to stop watching this. I really do. Let me see.
I got some information on him a little bit earlier. If it's the same person,
it's the same thing.
He seems
Good night,
that he
Silent.
put out something earlier that was very threatening. That he was going to do something today. Again, if it was the same individual, whether there's mental illness there or where that level of hate comes.
Okay, so I have to watch it a little later. I do want to know more about the shooter. But I don't believe the shooter was Republican at all. Regardless, I think that he was one that would probably register that way, only to do things to make the Republican Party look bad. And we've had that. And that's just sad. You gotta vote. You gotta do what's best for you in your situation in life. I cannot preach my Republican values, and I think that it's irresponsible for platforms and celebrities to tell you which way to vote. And I hear a lot of that. Don't vote for Trump. Don't do this. Don't do that. When have the Democratic Party? Never mind. I just saw I wasn't gonna do that, but that's another stream. And if 504 Girl goes live talking about this, I will be there because I would like to hear her take on it. Right? Can I make a quick statement? You can make a statement. Game Passenger said, the CIA trying to pull a JFK. I'm here with you a little more. I was sleeping, got my noti. Nice, I'm here. Oh, good night, Silent Nemesis. There's so many things. Y'all want open borders? Can you go into any other country? What's up with this? Oh, let's just let anybody in. Democratic Party. Let's just let anybody in, and illegal aliens, let them vote. Why? Why are they trying to do all this stuff right before the election? It's like we have people that can't vote in this country after they serve their time, all because they have a felony. What happened to their vote? And so there's just so much that is going on. Now, I'm not for border control to the point of separating let me not get into that tonight. I'm not for border control as far as people seeking asylum, refugees and things like that. There's some people running for some serious stuff. But as far as just letting anyone in that wants to come in, we can't go into their countries like that. And no. So we're the only ones that have to pay taxes. We're a population that's getting older. We already don't know what's going to happen to Social Security in a few years. We don't know, so yeah, okay, let's just have this open, free country. No, that comes with problems. Every country has certain diseases. Every country has problems and illnesses and a lot of the things that are talking about protecting a border and stuff like that. Why not just come in the right way and get background checks and all of that? That's all I'm saying. But I do think we have to be careful. We have to know the difference from people that's coming here and they need to be here, and so they cross because that's a very different situation, right? Open borders, they mean they can't control they can't control Black and Hispanic people. So import voters. That's exactly what they're trying to do. Is it possible to hit the link? The link is pinned. And you want to hit the link and close out with me? Let me see. I'll drop it again. Lifted said they will tell people anything, that they will even say he had orange eyes. The fact is, why would they let a sniper slip through a protocol? That's suspicious. It's very suspicious. So that means Trump can't vote this year because he's a felon? Oh, well. Oh, poor girl. I didn't like that. I don't know why I didn't like that. I don't know why that comment rubs me the wrong way. Not that you care that it did, but only certain, here's the thing, there's certain felonies you can't vote with, and so we just talk about that, but there's some that you can vote with, which is something, there's some felons that you can, like if you are, if you ever been convicted of like a Ponzi scheme or stuff like that, embezzlement. Now, don't mark me on. Don't mark my words. I haven't checked this law out in at least 10 years. But some of them can vote. So it's not all felonies that keep people from voting. But don't quote me on which ones they are right now because my brain is tired. 504 is such a rebel. She is. She knows she tries me. But that's why I love her, because she challenges me. Side note, nope, felons can't. You can vote with some. I put it in. I just dropped the link. You can't see the link. I dropped another link in the chat. I'll do it again. My brain is tired. So, hey, Miss La. Is it Miss La or Miss LA? Thank you. I can't remember. It's good seeing you. I think you told me before. My brain is tired. Tied to my brain and not my heart. My y'all know when I don't go live for a while, I'm kind of out of it. While I'm waiting for Jackson, can one of my mods drop that link if he can't see it when I drop it? I don't know why he can't see it.
From and the idea that he thinks he would go in and do some good by assassinating our candidate for president, perhaps the future president and the former president.
Hold on, somebody sent me a link to something.
Sad, but,
they talked about it when he got convicted that he won't be able to vote. They did 504 girl, 504 girl. I don't listen. You guys want to paint Trump as a not. Listen, he's doing something better than voting. He's running for the country, and I mean, he's running for presidency, and he said he's doing it because he loves this country. Okay, so they want to take away his vote. They want to take off his ear. They want to throw him in jail, just stop him from running. That's very suspicious to me. So you're proving my point. Thank you for that point. Let me see this timestamp that somebody sent me. Okay, hang on. Somebody sent me a link. Where is can he not see my link? Hang on, you guys. So someone sent me a link. Thank you for the one that sent it to me. Thomas Matthew, with a 20-year-old shooter accused of assassination the attempt on Donald Trump. Oh, I just seen you backstage. If you want to come back, I seen you. All right, let me go on mute while I listen to this clip. It's at 25-second mark. Okay, give me a second. Let me use my banner because it says a weird name. Hold on. How do I use my banner again? I don't use it that often. Here it is. All right. Hey. Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Is that you?
Yeah, this me.
You're Wanzala?
Wanzala, yeah, that's how you say it. Perfect. Good job.
Are you you're Jackson?
Yes, I am. I'm W. Jackson, but that's my first name, Wanzala. I promise.
Okay. I'm gonna move my banner.
No, I've got my. I'm not gonna porn about me. I promise.
All right. I'm gonna go on mute while I listen to this clip.
Okay.
No, you can talk. I'm listening to you.
Oh, I apologize. I only want to say one thing about Republicans. First of all, I'm a Democrat. I used to consider myself a conservative Democrat because, I mean, there were a couple of points that the Democrats made that I agreed with. And one is government overreach. But ever since Trump came into the picture, this is a totally different party. I mean, this is a totally different set of people, totally different mindset. And I think it's a dangerous one. And that's what I have. I'm not, and I mean, if that's where people want to go, fine. But just know that I see you and I see through the BS. And I love to have conversations like this. And maybe you could teach me something. Maybe somebody else can teach me something. But I know what I see. I'm 54 years old, and I was there with George Bush, George H.W. Bush, Obama, all that. Reagan, Carter, all that. So I mean, I'm willing to have these conversations, but a MAGA Republican cannot tell me that this is the same Republican Party that we knew back in the early 90s and the 80s and the 70s. You're not going to tell me that. That's all I got.
Wow. That and you're right. It's not the same. 504 girl, what? 504? Okay, she says she agrees with that statement. All right. Good night, Silent Nemesis. Thank you for hanging out with us. Have a good night or / morning. No, I do agree with that. Let me let you guys listen to something. I don't have it set up on my laptop, so I'm just gonna play the sound. If you guys want the link, I can put in the chat. It's for educational phrase purposes only. There's a clip of the guy that's Thomas Matthew, who's the alleged shooter, right, that tried to assassinate Donald Trump. I'm gonna let you hear something. I think I have it set up on my phone. And this is a clip, but I'm gonna let you just hear the audio because I don't have it set up. Hold on.
Crooks. I hate Republicans.
Hold on.
I hate Trump. And guess what? You got the wrong guy.
Is this the Thomas Matthew Crooks that shot Donald Trump? Several people.
Y'all want to hear that again? Hold on. It's creepy. I'm going to show it to you guys from my
Don
phone.
Lemon are saying that this is the guy. But if you
I want to show it to you guys. Hold on.
it appears this guy is actually a troll and is.
I don't know. This is creepy. I'm going to show it to you guys. Let me toggle myself.
I hate Trump. And guess what?
Let me toggle myself. Sorry, I'm not going to set it up because I'm too tired. Did y'all see this clip? I hope I don't get a strike.
My name is Matthew Crooks.
Look at how he looks.
I hate Trump. And guess what? You got the wrong guy.
Isn't it creepy? That's just creepy. That's what I mean. This is some dark stuff, you guys. It's dark. That's all I'm gonna say. That was just sent to me. Just be careful. That's a mask. That was his face. What do you mean that's a mask? That was his face.
Did they kill that guy?
Yeah, it did, but yeah, but are they sure that that was the right one? I don't know.
Well, I just found out, I think on your stream, that he was shot and killed. And earlier when we first heard about it, we thought the whole thing was BS. We thought it was all choreographed and staged. And I didn't know that they actually caught the guy and killed him. So I don't know. I can't say for sure whether I believe this or not. I'm glad the guy. I don't like Trump at all, but I'm glad he didn't get killed. I don't want anything to happen to that man.
Yeah, we gotta watch some of the words for algorithm purposes, but y'all feel free to cash app if y'all want this channel. It won't. I know the stream won't get monetized if you like, or at least hit the like button. But regardless if we like him or not, the rally. This is what we do before an election, all right? And we have to be able to do these things without worrying about somebody coming in and unaliving someone or attempting to assassinate someone. Regardless,
I agree, and I apologize for using the K word. I'm new to this MU, so forgive me. I'm still navigating my way through the YouTube and different platform rules, so I apologize for that.
Yeah, they just they don't monetize these kind of videos, but they don't monetize a lot of my videos where I'm talking about methamphetamines either. So they don't for whatever reason. But yeah, this is crazy. It shouldn't happen, and things. It's like it never should be tolerated. Now, the messages that Trump was getting from Biden and his vice president and were like, hey, you know what? We're going to reach out to you. We don't support this kind of stuff. So that's solid. That's what we need to do. Because there comes a point where you just have to stand for what's right, regardless of your political affiliation. So it was nice to see the right and the left come together in that sense.
Right. And I'm glad that he's fine. I really do. I'm glad he's fine. Because I certainly don't want to turn that man into a martyr. I don't.
No. and it was heavy. I'm telling y'all, when I tell y'all, I just wanted to be cuddled up today. I wanted to like, it really affected me a lot. And I think that people have to realize it's about this country and being secure, because we have to be, we're a diverse country. That's one of the things that make this country so beautiful. And to have somebody come in and not like you for whatever reason and think they have the right to take your life, that should never happen. It's I don't care if you are a Democrat. I don't even care if you're liberal. That should never happen.
Right. It shouldn't make a difference. When I was in high school, my homeroom teacher, he was advanced placement history teacher, and he used to say that, you know, how they used to say that, you know, America is a great American melting pot. Well, he said no, and this was back in the 80s. He said America is actually a tall salad. But when you think about decades later, you know, mixed marriages and the mulatto babies and everything, everybody is marrying everybody. So it really is a melting pot. It is.
It is a melting pot, but all right. That's heavy. That's heavy. And I'm going to lie down and think about all this stuff. But I definitely can understand why some people say, hey, I don't do politics, I don't vote, I don't agree with it. But because you definitely don't have room to talk if you're not involved, and you don't want to be aware of what's going on around you.
Well, I want to say this, Amy. First of all, thank you for having me on your panel. And second of all, I'm going to give you one name to ponder, and maybe if you have a live again, we can talk about Mark Robinson. I'm from North Carolina, so I know who Mark Robinson is. I'll talk to you later, beautiful. Take care.
All right. I forgot. See, I haven't been live in a while, and I forgot my notepad, but that's heavy. It's heavy, y'all. And you just got to hang on. Be careful. We don't know what's happening. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. So I was in a hospital. Thank you guys for your well wishes. I came in contact with the Rona again. I keep catching it. I don't know what the hell. This will be my now 5th time. And it sucks. I don't like to be well. When I can't take care of people, when I can't do what I need to do, it makes me extremely down. But that's when you know who's there for you, who's not. Like, I don't get sick that often, but I do keep catching this damn Rona. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of what I used to do. Did I mess up my immune, did I weaken my immune system with the drugs or something? I don't know. But anyways, that's why I went to the hospital. Now, you don't always have to go because you get it. But for me, it becomes like a lot of pressure on my chest. I can't breathe. And after, I was there, they let me out like the next day. And yeah, I don't like to be in for those kind of things. And I let my members know, hey, you know what, this is what's going on. But I'm better. But damn, I hate being down because there's so many people that depend on me and I can't do what I need to do and I don't like it. And I'm sorry, guys, but I had to log off. You can always look for an upload, but yeah, I came in contact with it from work and I was out. I just knew that something was up, and I can't be around my son like that. But that's just what it is. That's just what it was. W. Jackson, what was that name you said again? Can you put it in the chat? Now keep a notebook by the computer. I do. So anyways, thank y'all for the well wishes. I'm better. And I appreciate you guys. I really do. I appreciate you guys and your well wishes and those of you that's behind the scenes with me, because I really want to build a strong community. That's our space. This is our space, and I'll do everything I can to protect it. And I protect myself by not going to a lot of other spaces because you guys don't like to see me. Sometimes I need to vent, but we're not going to go back to certain situations. So please stop messaging me, the rest of you, not the galaxies, about making up with people, talking to so-and-so. No, it's not going to happen. I've clearly moved on and I'm in a good space and we're going to keep it that way. We're going to go forward. So if I were 4 girls going live, later today, right? 504 girl. Mark Robinson. Thank you, W. Jackson. And we'll talk more about politics. I don't know if Shelly's going live. You guys know it's Hutchinson. I don't know if she's going live later today, but I will definitely be in the streets with you guys. I do see the stuff that's going on, and there's a lot of crazy stuff, but I only cover stuff like that on Sunday. So today's Sunday. We'll see. Not really covering sector stuff anymore, but I will be in the YouTube streets with y'all. All right. So y'all have a good night. Take care of yourself. You want to message me? How do you want to message me? Do you want to message me on, you want my YouTube? I mean, that's why I need to go to bed because I'm tired. Sorry, y'all. Oh, do you want, W. Jackson, I appreciate you. Do you want my my Instagram or you want my email? Are you about to, you going to sleep? Yeah. You want my email or you want my, I can give you both. Can y'all tell I missed y'all? I've been doing half an hour streams, and I just wanted to hang out with you guys, share this historical moment with you guys. Okay. Email? Okay. And if I miss you guys' emails, because I need to set up another email. I can't get on my Sobriety Matters channel. That's why I haven't been live over there. I'm working on it. And if I can't get on it, I have to start another sobriety page where we just talk about sobriety and mental health. That is my goal. I'm hoping I can get on my Sobriety Matters page. But if you guys email me and I miss it, it's because I'm getting a lot of like spam to that email. So it's not intentional. If I don't respond to you, hit me up on Instagram or let me know to look for your email under one of my videos. Just leave a comment, all right? Because there's just a lot of things that I want to talk to y'all about. And I don't mind coming to y'all channels. Just let me know, and I'll come there. You're bipolar? It's all good. I have, well, a lot of you guys know the stuff that I deal with. It's all good. Just take care of yourself. Okay. I want you to make sure. Sometimes people have trouble the email. So it's Nicole Diaz, xox@gmail.com. You guys can also follow me on Instagram, Nicole Uncensored. I just started TikTok. All I do is make commentary all day. Go to school. This is the life, you guys. I did not realize, let me tell you something. I did not realize how the simple things in life would make me so happy. I needed all this other stuff before. It was like, go, and all these things. But just finding my lane and my zone, I gotta tell you guys, it's just the best thing ever. Hanging out at the pool, going, yeah, I know my favorite thing is the mountains, but it's 120 degrees outside in Palm Springs. So we're not going in the mountains. But today it was only 91 degrees. So I did get out, went for a drive and stuff. It was cool. I love to be on your panel on mental health. Let me know. I'm thinking about doing mental health on Mondays. So if you want to, let's do it. So I will be back live again with regular commentary earlier. But damn, y'all, this computer class, this school stuff is it's really challenging my brain right now. And it's so much homework. But I like it a lot. But it is harder going back at an older age. So, but, you know, it's just what I want to do. But we can do mental health stuff on Mondays if you want, or any day. Just let me know. Okay, Trouble Woman, you got my email. Send me a message and say it's you. My IG is private. Are you talking to me, 504? But we can even talk about bipolar if you want. We can talk about whatever. It doesn't have to be. I don't, for my new subscribers, I don't talk as much about meth and addiction and stuff like that. Like, as far as my personal standpoint, now I talk about like the situations, addiction, gambling, whatever. Because I can show you better than I could tell you. Instead of saying like, hey, I'm in recovery, I'd rather you just see the conversations. You see, I'm into politics, I'm into finances, I'm into the things that's happening around the world and in other people's life. And I could not do that if I was under the influence. So the best way to talk about, and you guys know my story. So the best way for me to show you guys that people can change, you got to change and get involved. get connected. And the best way for me to do that is to come here and talk to you guys and to express my gratitude. You guys ask me questions, pick my brain. I'm very grateful with all the pain and all that stuff. But without the pain, how do you measure happiness? Right? It's that yin and yang. You got to go through it and you embrace it and you'll get through it. But it hurts sometimes. Sometimes life can hurt. And it's not easy when life is lifing and you feel like you can't take anymore. And right when you say that, then another thing happens. And it's like, damn, you start to feel all alone. But you're on a journey. And life shapes you and it molds you in all kinds of ways. And you come out. And then when things happen that are good in your life, you'd appreciate those things because you realize how far you come and what you've got, what you've been through and what you've gotten through. It makes you stronger. There's things that I never thought I could do, especially on my own. And then I thought, okay, this is okay. Because our brain is going to tell us to be careful, danger, because our brain wants to protect us, right? And it's change is not easy, but it's necessary. Because if you stay stuck, what happens when water stands still? It smells, right? It's when something is stagnant, you got to keep going or you're going to get left behind. And these are these miserable what is the word? With low emotional IQs, right? Your EQ, whatever. They're miserable. They're childish. And in certain sectors, they're applauded. It seems like the most juvenile, the most toxic people are praised. And that's because they're good for commentary. Y'all know how many people praise funny looking people, trying to make them seem like they're the best looking thing on this earth. I'm not saying I'm the best looking person. I know I'm not by far. But what I'm saying is you don't see me putting other people down. But you see some people, they're just good for a platform. And we praise the most mediocre, the most basic stuff only because it's safe. And people that are very basic, that don't have a high moral standing, won't challenge you to be your better self. So you see a lot of average people bond together and make you feel, when I say average, I'm talking about below average, low moral standings, that don't care, that will dog out kids and do all that stuff. They bond together. And when you say, hey, that's not right, they want to out you, make you seem like the bad person, and you're not. So I just want to make America smart again, make America normal again, and talk about things and stop letting social media get to our heads and stop trying to be like these super people. You know, good and damn well in your real life, you go through things like the next person and everybody else, but you get online and want to judge everybody else and make them live up to a high moral standard that you yourself don't live at. All right, these people that are judging you are no better than you. So look at who's judging you and who's accusing you and decide before you respond if it's even worth responding to them. I had a funny looking person say that I was unattractive, obese, ugly, hideous, blah, blah, blah. And I don't even entertain those thoughts because it only matters to me if I look in the mirror and I like what I look like. And it only matters what you feel about yourself and you deal with the people in your real life. All right. And protect your energy in your space because people will love to tear you apart and then put you back together. Like you should be grateful for their friendship and you should thank them. I'm speaking facts, all right? I may not be the most charismatic speaker, but I can tell you right now, there's a lot of narcissists online because they get their narcissistic supply and they can pretend to be whomever they want to be. And as they pick you apart because they want you to feel grateful for them, let those people go, fool. Okay, I love y'all. I love you guys. Thank you. Can I leave that? But you guys know what? You guys are beautiful people as well. And that's why it doesn't bother you. I can compliment you guys. Like when I look at y'all profiles, y'all come up here, like we are an attractive bunch. We're strong. We care about other people. That's what makes our space so special. And it's not for everybody. But I'm really happy that I have the space for us because this is our space. There is no judgment here. If you say you got bipolar, you say you're addicted, whatever, we just accept you. Okay? So I need a place where I can feel accepted and feel safe. And I truly love you guys. That's why I come here. I'm going to tell you when I'm not feeling well, but I'm going to tell you how I got through it. The heartaches, there's a lot of things, but there's a lot of things that they don't know. Because I'm very protective over my family, my peace, my relationships, because I know that people will try to hurt them and tear them apart. Some of you are on the phones with me. Y'all don't hear me talking about y'all conversations or anything like that. It's very private to me. Now, It's another story for another day. There are times I've had to fight back. And when I see my sis or somebody else like, hey, here's the receipt, I'm not going to judge them, because now we have a queen of receipts. But if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, the beef sector knows what I'm talking about. People do what they got to do to protect themselves. That's not what I'm talking about. But as far as developing friendships and things like that, some of you have taken the time to get to know me, and we have beautiful relationships. And I can't wait to meet a lot more of you on here. Just send me an email. I'm going to get out of here. I love you guys, and I appreciate you for rocking with me. I am pushing. Hang on, y'all. We got to do this before I go. Because this is a big deal. 784 days sober. We're doing the damn thing, you guys. We're going for 3 years. That will be the longest stretch. And I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know when the shit gets easier, because it's not easy. I have to fight every single day, but we're going to get to those 3 years. If it's the last damn thing I do. All right. So with that being said, you guys have a beautiful night. Wigs and wine. Thank you. It's a big deal. You guys have seen that transformation. 784 days. Yeah. So when I tell you that I fight and I don't let people tell me who I am and what I can and can't do, I'm speaking for experience. But I know that God pulled me through. When I was baptized in that ocean, it took something that radical to get my attention. And I was going to need that to carry me through for all the things that was going to happen. And I survived all of that to come here, be sober-minded, to be able to talk to you guys about what it was like, and be able to listen to you guys and encourage you guys to keep going, because it takes a lot to change your life and to overcome any addiction. It could be weight, food addiction. That's a big one. I hope that you guys join me and we could do a panel about food addiction. It's $1 billion industry. It's not just that you can't put that ice cream down. It's addicting, but we don't recognize those as addictions because it's not an illegal drug, right? It's still addicting. And our waste matters. There's a reason why we are expanding. And you can't just, you know what, people like to say, I'll change what I want, but it's only when you try to stop something that you really realize that, hey, there's a problem. It could be anything. We don't always recognize it. It could be social media. Why can't you log off when you have something else to do, right? Because the spike, what happens with our dopamine in our brain, right? It's not just that we don't recognize what's happening. And why are we craving this thing that makes us feel better? Because we all want to feel better and we all want to be comfortable. But we have to learn how to do that with life. Natural things that raise the dopamine levels, like exercise and healthy stuff, right? But that being said, I want some ice cream too. But there's, hang on, before I get out of here. I buy this stuff for my child's father. Hang on, you guys. I swear. I'm gonna go to bed after this. But for those that like ice cream, okay? So I buy this. This is good if you have like diabetes and stuff like that. Now, I don't like these things for myself because I don't eat stuff like this because it changes my palate. I start craving it. Right. So let's see what's in this. So 0 added sugar, but you still have to be careful with stuff like this because the ingredients can be tricky. It has, have y'all seen these? So I'm very particular about my ingredients because I only want ingredients that I can pronounce. I don't like added things to my food. Stop, dog. That's nasty. Get out of here. You want some? This one, the Rebel brand. Have you guys heard of it? So here, so it has 0 sugar. Let's read the back because that's what's going to matter. And it says, where's the ingredients? So you got to remember to look at all the ingredients and stuff. And this has, yeah. Anyway, stuff like this. So if you're craving ice cream, there's cool little alternatives like stuff like this, and you just have to be careful that there's no added stuff like fructose and stuff like this. So I buy that for my child's father, and salted caramel happens to be his favorite, and then he likes mint chip. So these are is that keto ice cream? Yes, 504. This one is coffee almond toffee. They also have peanut butter. And no, these ones aren't really his favorite because he said they're too small and he'd rather eat these ones. But I try to make everybody happy. When he comes to get his son, whatever, I have treats. You know, I'm a caregiver. That's what I do. You love mint chip? It's good. I tasted it, but again, I try not to eat these kind of things because once you do, you start craving it. And we all know I don't need to crave anything else. What'd you say? I didn't start it. It's Nikki Paul. She mentioned ice cream. You can order it on Walmart. What's this Walmart app you talking about? But yeah, 504. I love her. You want me to get you some ice cream? I'll treat you. You're right. I'll treat my moderator to some ice cream. You just let me know, boo. I got you. I love you guys. All right, you guys. I'm getting delirious. I'll see y'all later. 504. If she goes live, I'll share it on my community wall and we'll go chat over there. But I love you guys and y'all sleep well. Thank y'all for hanging out with me, and I will see y'all very soon. Let me put this ice cream away before it starts to melt. My air conditioner is at 67 degrees, and I'm like, it's so hot outside. It's hardly even cooling off my house, y'all. Been using a Walmart app since the lockdown grocery store. Oh, damn, 504 girl, that's a good idea. I'm going to ask you about that. I like these nice laid back lives. I do too, Game Passenger. I do too. I'm glad you enjoy it. And thank you, W. Jackson, for joining the chat, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. I'll see y'all on the YouTube streets.